Alright, I wanted to do this a bit earlier, but I kind of got caught up in doing some stuff around the house, let's just say. Anyways, we're doing my year in review, the Minus Bros Wrapped, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm going to be talking about all the games that I played this year. It's a tradition to talk about this kind of shit every year. And you know what? Let's activate the funny scrolling for the background just to make it a bit more interesting. So yeah, I played quite a bit this year. I think I played around the same amount of games that I usually do. It's like on average I play maybe like 50 games a year. It seems to be the kind of the norm. Although I'm not too sure about that. But this is gonna be split up into three, 4-ish categories. The first category is probably gonna be the longest one, where I talk about all the games that I played. This can include co-op games, but as long as I'm like the focal point of it, that's the first category. The second category I'm gonna talk about is games that my friends played for the channel, which is actually a lot bigger this year than it was last year, because a lot more of my friends are actually playing stuff for the channel, because it used to just be like Jose, Zeppi, and Seb, I think, and now Nathan and Sosuke have joined in on that. So now they're playing stuff for the channel as well. So, yeah. And then the final category is going to be the party games category, where we just kind of play things that don't really have a definitive end to them. It's just kind of, we play them for fun, and, you know, that's like a Friday night kind of thing, usually. So, yeah. Anyways, let's just get a move on. So, the first game that I played in 2025 is Persona 1. Also known as Revelations Persona, also known as Megami Ibanroku Persona, or just Persona 1 because that's easier. I had a lot of fun with this game. I kind of knew going into P1 that I would want to play the PS1 version, because at the time, the music mod for the PSP version was not actually finished. And I just kind of wanted to play Persona 1 in its, like, original form, I guess you could say. And I'm really glad I did. Because, man, the music and, like, atmosphere of the original just really elevates the experience for me. My only really gripe with the game is that it's slow as shit and the translation's kind of off at times. Though I did play a translation mod that makes it a bit more faithful to the modern re-releases and the Japanese version, so that helps. When I played the PS1 version initially, I only got to do the Sebek route because the Snow Queen quest is not accessible in the original English PS1 version. Which, that does kind of stink, but it is what it is. And either way, I really love my time with this game. And it's actually not very long either. It's like a little bit shorter compared to a lot of other Persona games. I mean, I guess the length kind of gets made up for if you do the Snow Queen quest like back to back. But I guess I might as well talk about this now since it's kind of relevant. But I did play the Snow Queen quest at the very end of 2025. So I started the year with Persona 1, and I ended the year with Persona 1, which is kind of fitting. And to make things a bit more interesting, I played the PSP version, well, because that's the easiest way to play the Snow Queen quest, just to play the PSP version. But I also play with a few mods, like the music patch, which was actually finished by the time I got around to it, as well as some textures to make it look more like the PS1 version. So that also really helped make the game a bit more fun. The PSP version's way faster, though, and it has a lot of quality of life stuff that I wish the PS1 version had, but it is missing a couple of things that I liked about the PS1 version. Like, I thought the summoning animation was like it sounded a lot cooler in the original. And I also really liked the loading screen in the original more, although I guess on the PSP it didn't really need a loading screen, but I feel like the loading in the original was a lot cooler because it like faded out the music, and every song in the game has like a stinger that it plays during a loading screen. It's really cool. I don't know. There's just some vibe about that I like. And Persona 1 in general has been like a lot of inspiration for like how I want to go about designing hacks and fan games and stuff. Because there's a lot of really cool things about this game. And I just love the dreamlike like vibe of the game. And also I've really grown to like the characters too, because I've used every character except for Reiji because he's exclusive to Sebek, and he's like a bitch to try and get. But besides that, I think I got to use all the characters at least once, so that was fun. And yeah, I just really enjoyed my time with the game. Anyways, it's gonna be a bit of a pain to go through all these games, but because I have to keep like selecting images. But the next game, I mean, I guess yeah, the next game is Super Paper Mario. Specifically, Super Paper Mario Randomizer, because I remember back in 2024, I saw a few YouTubers like Bringle playing the Super Paper Mario Randomizer, and I thought, you know, that's a fun idea for a game to play in 2025. So, around the time I was finishing up Persona 1, I got myself the randomizer tool for SPM, and this series was very funny, but also very frustrating because there were a lot of random crashes that I had to deal with. But crashes aside, it was really fun to experience SPM again in a more kind of casual light, because the other time I played SPM was with my girlfriend, and we were taking that a lot more seriously and just playing through the game and reading all the dialogue and stuff. But this one was more of a straight shot to the end, and just me seeing all these random ass enemies everywhere, and including some unused ones, and it was a very funny experience. And not gonna lie, I wouldn't be against playing SPM again for a third time on the channel, but this time I'm gonna try a 100% playthrough, but I don't know when I'll do that, because I've 100%ed PM64, TTYD, TTYD Remake, and funnily enough, I actually 100% Sticker Star, but that was on my 3DS like ages ago. And that is another potential series you could see this year, is Sticker Star. Minus Bros and Randomizers, name a better pair. Oh yeah. That is definitely a pair. That's like the one exclusive randomizer I think I played this year. Alright, so next game, I gotta keep scrolling down, it's kind of annoying. From one Mario RPG to another, we have Superstar Saga Co-op, specifically the 3DS version, because I have never played the 3DS version for the channel. So, me and Seb came up with this idea near the end of 2024, where we should play Superstar Saga, and specifically the 3DS version, because I never played it in a while, and we should have it so that I'm A, and I'm A, aka Mario, and Seb is B, aka Luigi, and it ended up being quite a bit of fun, actually. And that kind of segues into one of the games we're gonna play in 2026, which is Partners in Time with 4 players, which is gonna be a fucking shit show, but it's gonna be funny, trust me. It's funnily enough, it's actually been done before, because Matt actually did it like a couple years back, and I had no idea until like after the Superstar Saga playthrough. And so I was just like, well, we'll do it our own way, why not? So that's pretty funny. There were a lot of failed action commands, and we tried our best to 100% this remake as well. There were a few things we couldn't get around to doing. Like, for some reason the game crashes during the credits. Don't know what that's all about, but outside of that, we got basically everything we could. And, I have a slightly better opinion of the Superstar Saga remake now, although it still doesn't replace the original for me, but it is pretty damn good, and I love The game has amazing visuals and music, but the gameplay just doesn't hit the same, so I'm a bit biased. Anyways, next game is actually a game we haven't finished yet. I have no idea when Gonseed will be free again, but me and him have played Tropical Freeze a few times this year. Fucking amazing game, by the way, but I just don't get to play it a lot because he's rarely free. But we're probably like a stream or two away. OG has hard mode. True, the OG Superstar Saga does have hard mode. Also, is it just me or is the chat not showing up? I can see the chat on my phone, but I might have to, like, reload or something. Whatever, I won't worry about it. I'm just gonna re-chat out anyways. But yeah, this platformer is really fucking good, and we've played a bit of Donkey Kong Country in general on the channel recently. And this is one of the ones that I really like to come back to whenever Gonseedo's actually free. It's just a lot of fun. And I'm hoping it maybe either sometime this week or in 2026 we actually get the chance to frickin' finish it, because I want to see that game to the end. Anyways, next game is Mario 3 Mix. I have this kind of early in the list because it took me and Matt a while to actually finish it. But I'm not even really I still to this day don't even really know why I decided, you know, Matt is going to play Mario 3 Mix with me. Maybe it's just because we needed an idea for a game to play. And this is a ROM hack that I've known about for a while that I really want to play. And there were some definite hiccups and frustration in this hack. But it was really fun, and we kind of went out of our way to get all the star coins, which definitely added a lot to the playtime, for better or for worse. But hey, if we didn't get all the star coins, we wouldn't have gone to see the final world, the special world, you know? Could have missed out on that. And, you know, might do another co-op series with Matt sometime in the future, but I don't know. That might be kind of like a one game per year kind of deal. Generally, it seems like I'll do like one co-op game with somebody per year, or maybe a couple, depending on what kind of game it is and how long it takes for us to get through it. But in the case of me playing shit with Matt, that would be 3 Mix, which is just an all-around really solid hack for Mario 3. Oh, on the topic of co-op games, me and Jose played Donkey Kong Country 2. We played, I think we started in like February or something, I want to say. And, you know, DKC 2 is always known as like, this is the best Donkey Kong game, you know? Which, it's pretty good. I haven't really figured out if it's my favorite yet. But one thing I do like is that it kind of, yes, the Diddy party. Okay, now the chat messages, I can see them, they're actually working properly. I think when we played this, me and Jose, I was Diddy and he was Dixie, because he kind of needs the extra advantage over Parsec. The Diddy techs. Yeah, Diddy everything. But yeah, the thing I like about this game compared to the first one is you actually are incentivized to get all the secrets, unlike in the first one where it's just kind of like bragging rights. But the second one gives you like the secret world, or the lost levels, or whatever they're called, and me and Jose actually went over our way to get all of them. Don't know if he enjoyed it, but I definitely had fun with it. I had fun getting all of the DK coins and all of the Creme coins and stuff. And hey, look forward to DKC3 in the year of 2026, where me and Jose are going to continue that game. Because we started it near the end of 2025, but he's on vacation right now, so he's not going to be playing DKC3 for a little while. But either way, I'm going to be saying that a lot when I don't know how to segue. I just say, but either way. You know, it's kind of like the I digress, or shit like that. DKC2 was pretty good, though. I mean, I don't know if I like it more than DKC1, but I liked it either way. It's not a bad game at all. Now, apparently I've played this year, Sonic 4 Episode 2, specifically. I think we played Sonic 4 Episode 1 at the start of, or no, at the end of 2024, and then we did Episode 2 in 2025, and like, must have been January or February or something. I don't really have much recollection of playing Episode 2. All I know is that I got all the emeralds, Seb rage quitted like a little bitch and didn't get all of them, and he didn't even fucking finish the game, I think. So I beat his ass at Episode 2. So yeah, what a poor showing. This game is a little better than Episode 1, I will say that. But it's not the greatest Sonic game ever. I have a bit of nostalgia bias for this game, though. Still doesn't mean it's good, you know, unlike Sonic 3 and Mania and stuff. But hey, at least Sonic 4 is done. We don't ever have to talk about it again. Anyways, next game is Pokemon Infinite Fusion. It's so big, it takes up the whole fucking screen. Still haven't decided if I ever want to come back to Fusion to do the Johto region, because honestly, I couldn't give a shit about Johto. Even though Johto is my favorite region, I don't really give a shit about doing it in IF. The fucking Delibel, yeah. If there's one takeaway from Fusion, it's Delibel and some of the other finny fusions that I made. The fleet. There were some pretty good moments to come out of Fusion, though. This game definitely drove me up the wall at times. Which, I'll let you be the judge if that's a good thing or not. I liked just seeing all of the dumbass fusions I could make. And there were a lot of, like, different ones for the same fusion. Some were higher quality than others. Some of them were funnier than others, too. I suck at battles. Yeah, I'm not really known for being good at Pokemon. That might also be why. I don't play Pokemon fan games for a living. And hey, Pokemon Infinite Fusion has gotten a few updates probably since the last time we played it, so maybe in like a year or so, maybe after we play X and Y and a few other Pokemon games, we can go back to Infinite Fusion, and hopefully the save file is still there, and we can do the Johto region, although I don't know, we'll see about that. I could download the updated version. Anyways, hopefully I don't get banned for showing this game on Twitch, but the next game we played was HuniePop 2! Fucking HuniePop 2. I still can't believe I managed to beat this game. This game took me so fucking long to get through. Like, I think I started it in, like, the summer of 2024. Save files are stored separately. I hope that's a good thing. I hope it works. So yeah, TLDR, the reason I played HuniePop 2 is because Seb beat HuniePop 1. He made a deal that if I play HuniePop 2, he'll play DBE. Guess what? He never finished DBE, but honestly, I don't care. I'm just glad I got to experience HuniePop 2, because very little known fact about me, in case you didn't know, even though it's a very well-known fact now, I like matching puzzle games. That's why I'm so cracked at Puyo Puyo and Panel de Pon. So HuniePop 2 is kind of right up my alley, honestly. That's my job. Yeah. Yeah, it's your job. I played HuniePop 2, so one of you fuckers can play it. I mean, maybe I'll make maybe I'll make Seb go back to it after somebody finishes DBE. Because then it'll have been long enough that Seb will just have forgotten everything, and it'll be a fresh experience. I'll probably wait for, like, Sosuke or Luke to finish it, maybe, and then I'll make Seb play it. But yeah, Gooner stuff aside, this is actually a really good game, because, it actually really makes you think about the matches you're gonna make, and you actually kind of have to make some combos sometimes to win dates. And also, I really like the items. The items also kind of make me think about, you know, what you're gonna do on your dates. And the best part about this game is that you can fucking have sex with two gods while Dark Souls music is playing in the background. that's probably the most well-known, that's probably the best thing about this game that I have taken away from it after I beat it, is fucking Dark Souls music playing while I'm having sex. So, yeah, thanks, HuniePop, too. Glad I got to experience you, and it's one of the few fucking games I have on Steam. Too bad Mrs. America's married, unfortunately. Anyways, let me take a drink before I talk about our next game. Alright. Next game is Mario Kart Double Dash. Me and Elijah played through this game. Co-op. We got all of the trophies. We got all the golds and all the cups. We got all the characters. We got all the maps. Because our homies hate NTR. Yeah, that is a fact. Also, I really need to fix this fucking MP3 because this MP3 has, like, audio bugs in it. I'm just too lazy to do it. Anyways. I'm really glad I got to play Mario Kart Double Dash again because I grew up with this game and I was okay at it, but returning to it, it's a little bit easier than I remember it being. But this game will still kick your ass if you're not used to the controls. And it was also Elijah's first time playing through it, so that made it fun as well. And playing co-op is a very different experience than playing solo, that's for sure, because one person has to manage the driving, which I was doing most of the time, and then another person has to manage the item play, which is very fun. And also the back driver, or I guess, well, not the back, the person in the back, they get, like, offensive moves that are never used in solo play, which is really cool. So you get some exclusive shit for, co-op play. I know at some point, Elijah and me do want to return to this game to do the time trials, because those are technically a thing that you can do towards your save file. And when I mean time trials, I mean, like, we're gonna try and beat the staff ghosts, because that's a thing that you can do. And we never did that, so maybe we'll go back and do that someday, after he beats Sunshine or whatever. That's the idea, anyway. Next game is Resident Evil 6, one of the funniest Resident Evil games I've ever played. And that's saying a lot, because I thought RE5 and RE4 were pretty fucking funny. So, this game actually initially started out as a series between me and Desmond, but slowly it involved Robbie over time as well. And I think I got to the point where Desmond just stopped showing up, and it just ended up being me and Robbie doing shit. Which is kind of funny how this series in particular has evolved. And a lot of people like to shit on RE6, but this game was, like, really hilarious. I don't know why. Resident Evil, like, games are hilarious for all the wrong reasons, and it's kind of why I love them. They're kind of this cheesy, campy horror. Although RE6 is more like an action flick than a horror game, which is fine with me, because I'm not really that picky. I'm not really one of those guys on the internet that's like, ooh, it's not scary, it's not like Resident Evil. I'm just like, it's just a fucking good, solid game, man. It's fun. I love the co-op mechanics of RE5 and 6. And if you're not playing these games co-op, then yeah, I could see them being kind of a letdown. But with co-op, these games they get way fucking better. And this is probably going to be our longest RE series too, because there's like 4 campaigns to go through. And I loved all the characters, and I loved all the different stories and stuff, and all the interconnectedness of it, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, and also we did a bunch of extra stuff near the end of the game as well. So yeah, I'm not sure when I'm going to do Resident Evil again, but I would kind of love to do RE1 personally. But I don't know, I'm kind of just going in whatever order I feel like now, because I'm probably not going to do 7. I'd rather do, like, the first 3 games, and then maybe I'll think about doing a different one. Oh, I gotta do all the spin-offs, too. Like, there's, like, Umbrella Chronicles and Code Veronica and shit. There's a bunch of other, like, RE games, so who knows? It's gonna be like a Doom situation where I just delay going to RE7 as much as possible. Do Dead Aim. Okay, is that another RE game that I should play? Alright, so next game. The next game I played this year was Mario vs. Donkey Kong Mini Land Mayhem. This is the first Mario vs. Donkey Kong game I ever played, I think. Either that or it was the second one. I think I played March of the Minis first, but this one I have more personal experience with because I actually owned it, unlike March of the Minis, because, a little story time. I played March of the Minis on an R4 cartridge. An R4 cartridge that didn't save your progress, by the way. So every time you shut the R4 off, you lose all your save data. So it was more like I was playing trial runs of all the games I played. But Mini Land Mayhem I actually owned physically, and I think I don't know if I ever 100%ed this game, but I got damn close. I know I beat the main campaign, and I did some of the secret levels and stuff, but I don't think I ever got everything. And that's why I took it upon myself to actually 100% this game for real this year. And it's about as good as I remember it being. It's just really good Mario vs. Donkey Kong action. And I really wish they would make another one. I don't care if they make it in the GBA style or if they make it in the mini Mario style. I don't care what they do. I just want a new Mario Donkey Kong game to play because I love this series. It's one of my favorites. It's up there with the Mario RPGs. Alright, next game is Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. I couldn't find a better image, so you just enjoy the shitty Xbox watermark in the bottom left. So Ninja Gaiden 2 Black was a really good way to start off 2025 as well, because I was about to play Ninja Gaiden 2 anyways, and they fucking shadow dropped Black out of nowhere, and I was like, oh shit, RPGs accept Sticker Star. Well, don't worry, I'm gonna play Sticker Star sometime this year too, don't worry about it. It's gonna be funny. But yeah, I was gonna play Ninja Gaiden 2 anyways, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna play 2, I might as well just play Black, because that's basically just Sigma 2, but better. And I was correct. This game was fucking awesome, and it looks really good. Might even look better than Ninja Gaiden 4 in some cases. But I don't know. That depends, because it was made by different... it was made more internally with Team Ninja. And playing Ninja Gaiden 2 Black just kind of opened my eyes to, like, playing different versions of Ninja Gaiden for the channel, which is why I'm gonna play Ninja Gaiden Black this year, and also potentially Ninja Gaiden 2, like the OG, and also Sigma 2. There's just a bunch of different versions of Ninja Gaiden I want to play, just because I can. And this one definitely wasn't as difficult as Ninja Gaiden Sigma, in my opinion, and it was still really fun. It had its weird moments. Tail end of this playthrough is what got you into Ninja Gaiden? Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought you were into Ninja Gaiden already, but that's cool too, I guess. I don't really have a lot to say about it. I played Ninja Gaiden 2 Black on Game Pass, so I don't technically own it, but what I did play of it was very awesome, and it solidified my love for the Ninja Gaiden series. Like, it's probably my favorite series that I played this year, because I played 3 Ninja Gaiden games this year. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about this next game for too long, but PvZ Hybrid, I played it a few times this year. I kind of have mixed feelings with PvZ Hybrid. Like, it was fun when me and Zach were starting out the series, just because the whole, like, fusion mechanic is pretty funny. But this game got really tedious as time went on, and there's just way too many levels for its own good. But we'll talk about PvZ Fusion later, because in my opinion, I think Fusion is just Hybrid, but better. I don't really remember which one came first, but they're both just, it's just, at the end of the day, it's just fun PvZ stuff, but it can get pretty tedious, so that's kind of why I stopped playing it, because I got annoyed with it. Now, how about a game I actually did finish? I actually did 100%. Fucking Angry Birds. This year, I got to play Angry Birds for the very first time, and I sucked complete ass at it. But it was funny, and I loved playing it. And there were a lot of moments where I got genuinely pissed off. But it was fun, and I got to play Angry Birds for the first time ever. And, I mean, I enjoyed my time with it enough that I actually wanted to get everything. well, I liked it enough that I wanted to do all the levels. I didn't get 3 stars in every level, because that probably would take years. But I liked it enough that I wanted to do all the campaigns and stuff, even the weird golden egg levels and some of the other things. Or how about the Facebook levels? You guys remember the Facebook levels in Angry Birds? I bet you don't. But, might make me want to play other Angry Birds games in the future. Probably like Angry Birds Star Wars or something. That might be the one I end up playing, I don't know. Not anytime soon, though. I'm kind of, like, not really in the mood for Angry Birds. Because I remember Seb tried to get me into Angry Birds Epic, and I didn't really fuck with that game. So, maybe I'll play Star Wars. Or Angry Birds Space. They're similar enough that I might like them. Alright, how about a game we didn't finish? Mario Wonders. Space was great? Alright, I'll take your word for it. We never fucking finished Mario Wonders because I honestly can't be arsed to come back to this game. I don't really feel like booting this game up. I don't really know how to explain it. I just don't really fuck with this game. Like, thematically and visually, the game is awesome. Like, it has good graphics and the level design is really good. But the frickin' multiplayer is so ass. I don't like the multiplayer in this game. Because I grew up with New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and to me, that's what Mario multiplayer should be. You get to, like, fuck over your friends, and, like, also work with each other to cheese shit. I finished it on my Switch, and I don't know if I want to do it again. Yeah, that's another demotivator. But yeah, me personally, the lackluster multiplayer makes me not want to come back to this game. This is a game I'll bust out if I literally have nothing else to do and my friends are all in a call with me. I'll be like, hey, you guys really want to play Mario Wonders? You guys want to try and fucking finish this game? Because we got to like World 3 before I decided, like, I'm not really motivated to boot this game up anytime soon. I have it. I'm not getting rid of it until I 100% it, but it's just not really a game I want to go back to. So who knows? Maybe I'll finish it, maybe I won't. The next game I played was Mega Man Powered Up, which, I'm surprised I went this long without playing this game. It's basically just Mega Man 1, but it's got extra shit. And it's also got a unique art style, to say the least. I know the art style is not for everybody. I do like the chibi style because it lends itself well to the NES graphics. This game was a decent challenge, I will say. I really like the voice acting in this game. This got one of the best voice casts for a Mega Man game, next to like X8 and well, I guess X8 and Command Mission basically share the same cast. And also, I liked Time Man and Oil Man. They're good additions to this game. And also, this game has really fucking good music, too. Like, I love Time Man's theme and some of the other Robot Master themes. And also Wily 1, that's a good-ass song as well. Not really a whole lot else to say. I just really like Mega Man 1, and so Powered Up is good. Oh yeah, it is the same pool. I think it's just Powered Up has a few different VAs that weren't in the X games. But because of the fact that I played Power Up, I might also play not Command Mission. I already played that. Maverick Hunter X. That's another game that I have yet to play. I could maybe talk about Mega Man games I have yet to play later. If there are there even any other Mega Man games I played this year? I don't think so. So I might as well just go over this right now. I've said it in a few other videos, but I still need to play the Extreme Duology as well as Maverick Hunter X, and I think that, and then also Mega Man Wily's Revenge and Mega Man 2 for Game Boy. And I think if I play all those, then I'll officially be done with the Classic and X saga. And then I can finally play Mega Man 0. I think. Unless there's another game I'm forgetting about, but I think I've played all the Mega Man games besides that. But yeah, I recommend Mega Man Powered Up. Don't know if I consider it a good entryway to the series. I personally just recommend playing Mega Man 1 Vanilla, but that's just me. I like Mega Man 1 Vanilla. I like it more than Mega Man 2, which is a hot take, but that's me. Anyways, here's one of the best fucking games I played this year. Great Ace Attorney 2. This game kicked ass. Has such an amazing story, and such good music, too. Even though a lot of the music was just reused from Great Ace Attorney 1. But Great Ace Attorney 1, it didn't really need fixing. You take the music, put in the second game, and it works just the same as it did the first game. But I thought GAA 1 was okay. Like, it was a pretty good game. I loved it a lot. But this game was even better. Like, it had better characters. Obviously, you get to learn more about the characters that were already pre-established. And it has, like, the best final case in any Ace Attorney game. And the only other Ace Attorney game that I don't know the story to is the Professor Layton crossover, which is something I might play in 2026. Don't know when, because I'd have to run that game on Citra, because it has never been re-released. But... well, and the good thing about the Professor Layton game is it has the same composer as the Great Ace Attorney duology, so I'll honestly probably feel right at home with that game. So yeah, I've always been a fan of Ace Attorney. I just never played the other games because I've always watched Let's Plays of them, but I'm really glad I got to experience the Great Ace Attorney games by myself because man, they were so fucking good. Anyways, this is probably one of the weirder games I played this year, because it's one of Jordan's recommendations. Me and Jordan did a co-op of a game called Stubbs the Zombie, which was apparently an Xbox game, and it got a Steam release. I think it got announced in like a Nintendo Direct or something. And yeah, this game is really fucking weird. It also has co-op, which is the main reason he wanted to play it. And the only thing I really remember about this game is you get to fart on people and they die from it, and also you're trying to like get laid, and it's weird, but that's what I like about it. Oh yeah, that's right, it uses the Halo engine, which makes it even fucking weirder. I don't really have a whole lot else to say, but it was certainly one of the games I played this year. Anyways, hey look guys, it's the original Superstar Saga. Let me take a drink first though. Honestly, I wouldn't even blame you guys if you forgot that I played the original Superstar Saga this year, because it was a challenge run, which I don't do too often. I tried to beat Superstar Saga without equipping anything. And I confirmed that it is indeed possible to beat this game without wearing equipment. So it wasn't a level 1 challenge, though, because that's a different challenge run. But basically, the limitations for this run was I was only allowed to wear the what was it called? Like the work pants on Mario and Luigi? I think it was the work jeans for Luigi. And then Mario eventually gets the mush, what is it called? Like the bean badge? That's the only badge you're allowed to equip, because it gets put on you by default and you can't take it off. But other than that, that's the only thing you're allowed to equip. And it was an interesting challenge, because it kind of made me rethink how I play this game. It also made the final boss a pain in the ass. The only way to win against against Cackletta Soul is to red pepper Mario and Luigi, have them die so you can get the pepper glitch to activate, and then just pray to God you don't get hit. That's basically the only way to beat the game, but it is doable. It just takes a long ass time. And who knows, maybe I'll do another challenge run for another Mario and Luigi game. I don't know which one though. Maybe not even a Mario Luigi game, maybe Paper Mario, because I feel like I'm generally better at Paper Mario, but I also just really love Mario and Luigi, so I don't know. I mean, the obvious answer would be, like, do BP only, but BP only's been overdone already, and I feel like a more interesting challenge for a Paper Mario game would be, like, a no-badge challenge. That would probably be a bit more of a... It's a bit less overdone. It has been done a lot, but I feel like it's a bit less overdone, you know? So just do a no-badge run. To make it interesting, maybe I could just also upgrade BP only, too. So you're limited to 10 HP and 5 FP for the whole game. That could be a unique challenge run. But also, I don't really have much of a desire to play Vanilla 64 either, because I'm still working on DBE, and my mind's, like, too deep in that. Anyways, the next game I played was Sonic Generations. And when I say Sonic Generations, I specifically mean the 2011 Steam version, because I know the obvious answer is, why didn't you just play the Shadow Generations version? Because I don't like the rewritten script in that version, and also I don't have it. I actually own the Generations on Steam, because Jose gifted it to me like 4 years ago, and I just still had it in my library, and I finally got around to doing it. So I was like, yeah, you know what, sure, let me just do Gens and finally play it. It only took me like 3 hours, but it was a blast. It's just a good-ass 3D Sonic game. There's nothing really wrong with it. It doesn't really do anything. It kind of plays it safe, but at least the levels are good, so it has that going for it. And we'll get back to Generations later in this ramble, but for now, I'll just say that I really enjoyed it. Anyways, the next game I played was actually another one of my favorite games from this year, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This is a Kirby game that I've wanted to play for, like, the longest time. I remember I played the demo when it was new, and I never ended up buying it. So I just ended up I finally got around to playing it this year. And I also got the chance to play with some mods, too, which definitely helped to make the experience a bit less tedious, because, yes, I did the absolute insane thing of 100%ing Kirby, because Kirby games are kind of a pain in the ass to 100% sometimes. This one specifically because of the fucking mission system that this game had. I loved the 3D Kirby, like what they did to get this game working in 3D. This game also has some of the best fucking music in Kirby now, like next to Return to Dreamland. I honestly might have a better soundtrack than Return to Dreamland, depending on how I'm feeling that day. And it's also got some of my favorite copy abilities too, like I really loved Ranger. Ranger was so good. And also, it made all of the other abilities really broken, like, it made Sword OP, which is something I didn't think he could do. But they did, and the fucking bosses in this game are so good. The bosses in this game are kind of like almost light Souls bosses at times, I swear. It's insane. Kirby. The mouthful mode mechanic is fine. I mean, I didn't really love it. It was just kind of the gimmick of this game, because I have to put a gimmick in every Kirby game. And I remember later in the series when I was doing the cleanup, because I had to do cleanup on levels, and I'll bring up my biggest issue with this game, and it's the fact that they don't fucking tell you the missions before you do the levels. You just have to beat the level, and then the game will tell you about the mission. And then it basically forces a second run of the level if you don't know the missions, which made it really annoying to 100%. It meant I had to go back to like half the damn levels to 100% them, which is why I had an entire couple episodes doing cleanup with Jordan, where he was tagging along and playing as Bandana D. And, I mean, that was just a good excuse to show off the co-op, too, right? So, if there's one good thing to come out of the cleanup episode, it was that I got to show off the co-op. And this game does have DLC, but I don't think I'm going to be playing it anytime soon, because it's Switch 2 exclusive, and I don't fucking have that. So, as for right now, this game is basically done. So, yeah, maybe someday I'll play the Kirby DLC for Switch 2, but that won't be for like another 7 or 8 years, or whenever the hell I get around to it. Anyways, the next game, we're jumping back into Sonic again, because I played the Sonic Unleashed Recompiled project, which is currently the best way to experience Sonic Unleashed. This game also kicked ass. I liked this game more than Generations. The fucking werehog scream. Hang on, I can probably pull it up right now. Probably the funniest thing about this game is the fucking werehog scream. Where is it at? I think it's like really early on my soundboard. I have Vector Scream, I have the Howie Scream, but where's the Werehog Scream? I don't know. Let me sort by alphabetically so I can find it. Here it is. Yeah, that's the funniest thing about Sonic Unleashed. I got reminded the other day about the fucking video of me just getting knocked off the building. Direction and magnitude. I got reminded of me playing one of the Werehog levels, and I was fighting a mid-boss on the roof, and the guy kept fucking slapping me off the building, and every time you fall off the fucking building, you just hear... It's so funny. But as an avid Devil May Cry fan and Ninja Gaiden fan, I loved the Werehog battling mechanics in this game. Like, everybody shits on the Werehog, and they say, like, no, he's slow and boring, and he's not fun. I disagree. I think the Werehog is really frickin' fun, and he just kind of complements the fast speed stages of this game. The only thing I have bad to say about this game is the required backtracking for Sun and Moon medals. That's the only bad thing. But other than that, this game has amazing levels, and still looks amazing to this day. And also the music's good, obviously. I didn't hear a lot of the nighttime bangers until this playthrough, so I'm really glad I got to hear them, because I have some of them on my playlist now. So yeah, probably Sonic Unleashed is the best Sonic game I played this year, honestly. Alright, next game is Salt and Sanctuary, which is a 2D Souls game that me and Jordan played co-op for. The only bad thing I have to say is not even the game's fault, it's just Jordan's, like, internet kept shitting itself in the playthrough, which kind of ruined the experience a little bit just for me, but when Jordan's internet was not shitting itself, I was having a good time just, like, doing some, you know, it kind of has a bit of Metroidvania vibes to it as well. It's just a really good, like, Souls-like game. I haven't played a lot of Souls-like games prior to this, so I'd consider it a good gateway. And I had a lot of fun trying to learn the boss patterns and building my character and stuff. That's probably a lot of the appeal anyway, is just, like, building your character and seeing what class you're gonna go with, right? And we'll get to the other Salt game later in the list, but next game, we have another one of my favorite games from this year, Sailor Moon RPG, aka Sailor Moon Another Story, or whatever you want to call it. This game also kicked ass, because around the time I started playing this game, I was I'm still in my Sailor Moon phase, just not as much right now, because I haven't been watching the anime. But I was really in my Sailor Moon phase at the time I played this game. Because I had just finished watching Sailor Moon S. That was like that was the most important thing for me, is that I wanted to finish Sailor Moon S before I played this game, because this game ties into the first 3 seasons of the anime. And the way I played this game was really interesting, because I played it with a MSU1 patch, which gave the game enhanced orchestral music, which I'm really glad I played the game that way, because the game's music has become, like, so iconic to me now. I listen to it on, like, a daily basis. As an actual RPG, it's actually pretty competent. Like, it has buffs, it has debuffs, it has stuff like time-stopping abilities, it also has, like, a positioning mechanic, kind of like Persona 1, where you do different damage based on where you're positioned. Actually, I'd say it's more like Final Fantasy, though, in that regard. Final Fantasy did it first. Zawada, though. And, I enjoyed this game enough that I was actually grinding for levels off screen, and I did as many of the bosses as I could too. I didn't fight Esmeralda. I didn't get around to fighting her because I didn't know where the fuck she was, but that's about the only thing I didn't do in this game, which I'm still kind of miffed about that, but that's about the only thing I didn't do. And it also had a really good story. Yeah, I'm going to Canada. Oh yeah, that's another amazing takeaway from this game is the amazing line of Sailor Jupiter just saying, "I'm going to Canada," which, by the way, is not a joke. She actually does go to Canada for a chapter, so maybe a little bias that this game does have a chapter exclusively in Canada, which is pretty funny. So, good music, good story. Obviously, all the senshis are written well, and it even has some new characters, the Oppositio senshis, and an entirely original final boss. So, I really recommend this game. Honestly, I'd recommend it even if you're not a Sailor Moon fan, although you probably won't enjoy it as much. It's just a really good RPG, honestly. And maybe I'll play more Sailor Moon games in the year of 2026. Who knows, though? I don't think any of them are gonna fucking top. I don't think any of them are gonna fucking top it. Why does the one far right look like a male? Are you talking about Haruka? Yeah, she gets that a lot. Anyways, I don't really have a better image for this, so fuck it. You guys get the logo instead. Me and Zach started Paper Mario Master Quest back in like 2023. Yeah, the left is Haruka. She intentionally looks like a man because she's like a massive tomboy. But that's a topic for a different day. But yeah, me and Zach started Paper Mario Master Quest. We got halfway through Chapter 3 before we stopped. And then he didn't have the motivation to continue. So I kind of left Master Quest on hiatus for like a year and a half. And then after I got bored of working on DBE, I just said, you know what, fuck it. I want to finish Paper Mario Master Quest. And I mean, I have mixed feelings on this hack. Obviously, when Master Quest was new, it was like really impressive. But there's quite a few things about it that haven't really aged the best. There's a lot of... I mean, it's Master Quest, and it's intentionally supposed to be, like, bullshit difficult, but not really in an endearing way. Like, there's a lot of battles where you have to play perfectly and have the correct setup, or else you just can't win. And don't even get me started on the fucking Pit of 100 Trials. That shit was so tedious. You have to, like, constantly cleanse yourself, and then run away, and then keep doing that, and do some cheesy strats to just kill all the enemies. But I am glad I finished it, because it is one of the OG Paper Mario ROM hacks. And I'm a sucker for hard mode hacks. Not really as... you know, finally, I'm not as big on hacks that are fully original. I actually tend to prefer hard mode hacks, probably because it's something that I'm already familiar with. But I do like some of the original things that Master Quest has. Like, I kind of like the way Quake works, where you have to equip all three of them to get, like, bonus damage. Obviously, the Koopa Koot fight and the Raphael the Raven fight are awesome. I mean, they're awesome enough that they made it into Down Bad Edition, so there is that. But, I guess I don't really blame Zach for giving up on this hack, because it is really fucking difficult, even for me, who's a Paper Mario expert. Alright, the next game I played was Touhou 10, Mountain of Faith, Fujinroku. This was the only Touhou game I actually played in 2025, because, I mean, honestly, I don't really know. I just haven't really been in much of a shmup Touhou mood lately. Maybe I'm going soft. Maybe I'm having a skill issue. I just don't find... I haven't really found Touhou as fun as I did when I played Touhou 6, 7, and 8. I mean, this one was pretty good, though. Maybe I was also a bit miffed that I couldn't get Touhou 9 to work, either. That could be part of it. I do like the characters in Touhou 10. Like, I like, Kaneko, I like Sanai, Hina, and who was the other one? Oh yeah, Nitori and Aya. Well, apparently Aya's from Touhou 9, so she only kind of counts. And hell, even fucking Aki. She's great. I didn't end up doing a proper 1cc of this game, though, because I kind of just didn't care. I think, honestly, I don't care enough for Touhou anymore that I want to go out of my way to 1cc them, because 1ccing Touhou games requires a lot of patience and time that I just don't really feel like wasting, because it requires me to do the same levels over and over again just to learn everything, just to unlock the extra stage, which I'm never even going to beat anyways, because I don't have the patience for it. Because with Touhou games being on rails, you're spending a lot of time just doing the same shit that you've done over and over again, and it gets really monotonous and repetitive that it just doesn't become fun anymore. But I'm happy to play through the Touhou games like once and just see the campaign and story and just be done with it. Like, that's fun for me. But I don't really, I want to play a lot of games. I don't want to be stuck playing Touhou and practicing levels for a few weeks straight. That's just not fun for me anymore. I had fun doing it with the first 3 games that I played, but not so much for this one. Which is kind of why it's taken me a while to get through to Touhou 11. Now, if I really wanted to, I could just, like, spend an entire week playing Touhou games, right? And I could just catch up to Jose right then and there, you know? I could just play 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 all in one week. I could just play all of them. I could fucking do that if I really wanted to. But I also don't want to burn myself out on Touhou. In terms of Touhou games that I would actually want to play, I kind of want to play Mystia's Izakaya, because that's like a kind of a more chill experience. Sometimes I just want a chill experience, you know? If I want to get my ass kicked, I'll play Ninja Gaiden or something. Not Touhou, I don't know. Touhou doesn't really hook me the same way it used to a couple years ago. But you never know, that might change. Are you guys ready for another image that I didn't have a better idea of what to pick? How about here's just a fucking thumbnail for part 1 of Pro Mode, because I couldn't find a better image for it. So a little while after I finished playing Paper Mario Master Quest, I played Paper Mario Pro Mode for the channel, which is basically the very first Paper Mario ROM hack. It was pretty interesting getting to revisit Pro Mode, because there are a couple of things that Pro Mode has that Master Quest doesn't. Like, how about this Hammer Bro here? This trolling Hammer Bro? That guy is pretty funny. And I think there's a few other things that are exclusive, like the Boo Trials, although not a lot of that stuff is particularly special anymore, because it's been recycled in all of the other hacks, including Down Bad Edition. So going from Darkstar and Down Bad Edition all the way to Pro Mode, you notice the difference. Hammer Bro with a boomerang helmet. I mean, yeah, that's just kind of how Hammer Bros looked back then. Also, just to make the playthrough a little interesting, I played Pro Mode with Luigi's Challenge, which, oddly enough, made the game too easy. You know, it's called Pro Mode, it's supposed to be difficult, but I didn't find it challenging at all. I probably would have found it more challenging if I didn't do Luigi's Challenge, but I don't really care that much. I just kind of wanted to play through it to say that I played through Pro Mode, you know, that's really it. I don't really recommend Pro Mode. I don't recommend playing it. I honestly would just say play Darkstar, because Darkstar is the best one besides Down Bad Edition, but I'm biased. And also, you guys might be hearing fireworks outside, so ignore that. Although I don't think they get picked up really easily. I hear fireworks, but that's just because I have sensitive hearing. Anyways, we're not done with Paper Mario, because we also have Book of Mario, which is another game that another Paper Mario hack that I started a couple of years ago. And I finally got around to playing it again, because I think the reason why I stopped playing it was because nobody was showing up to watch it. And after finishing Pro Mode, I just said, you know what, fuck it, I don't care if anybody watches this. I just want to finish Book of Mario and get it done with. So, I mean, Book of Mario was funny at times still. Yeah, I played like 4 Paper Mario hacks this year, I swear. Probably the most I'm going to play. But, I don't know if it'll be that many in 2026. Probably not, because I played all the primary ones. Obviously, this was made by Fat Guy. And it's a very funny hack. I went out of my way to read as much dialogue as possible. Because I know Paper Mario's script like the back of my hand, so I know where all the dialogue boxes show up. So I just wanted to finish it and do all the chapters. So I did like 1 chapter per stream, and I think I played it like 4 days in a row just so I could be like, oh, I want to just say I read everything in this game. I'll stick to DBE. Anyways, let me take another drink. I might run out of juice before I even finish my rambles. Alright, next game we played this year was Salt and Sacrifice, which is the sequel to Salt and Sanctuary. Although I think I liked Salt and Sanctuary more than Sacrifice, but that's just me. I wasn't as big on the, I forget what the mechanic even was. It's like, you have to activate a quest to hunt down like monsters, and then the bosses will show up, and the bosses roam around the level instead of you just fighting them, which I'm not as big on, honestly, but it was still good, and I feel like it performed better at times than Salt and Sanctuary, so it was fun enough, I'd say. Anyways, next game. The next game is Super Smash Bros. Melee, which is a game that I've had a massive turning around for. I used to shit on Melee back in the day. I used to say, like, why do people play Melee? It's so ass. And then I played it for myself this year, and I thought to myself, like, I get it now. I get why people like Melee. Because I played it with Floor for a good majority of it. We need to do Ganon only on green greens. There's probably a joke there that I'm not even getting. But the main sticking point of Melee for me was doing all of the single-player stuff. Like, I really loved the event matches. And then I loved trying to get trophies with all the characters in Classic mode and stuff. And it was also fun getting to play through Adventure mode for the first time. And a bunch of other things. And honestly, 100% Melee has just been like an experience. It's like kind of a one-in-a-lifetime experience getting to get everything in this game. Because that's not something you can say you do every day, is getting everything in a Smash Brothers game. And the only other Smash game that I've 100%ed is Ultimate, and I guess to a lesser extent Smash 3DS, but that's kind of stretching it a bit. But there is just a certain satisfaction to going out of your way to do everything in Smash Bros. That doesn't count. Yeah, whatever. I think in the case of Melee, though, it's made enjoyable by the fact that the game is so snappy. Like, if you told me, like, Minus, you have to 100% Brawl, I'd be like, no, don't make me 100% Brawl, anything but that, you know? Or if you said, hey, Minus, you have to 100% Smash for Wii U, I'm like, no, please, don't make me play Smash for Wii U. You know, I don't want to fucking play Brawl or Wii U, fuck those games. I don't want to play them, I want to play Melee. Melee's so much quicker and faster paced. The only reason I'm going to play Brawl is to play Subspace. That's the only reason I'm gonna play Brawl. That would involve getting all the custom moves. Yeah, fuck that too. Especially because you can get dupes. And I don't want dupes. I don't want dupes in my Smash Bros. Game, okay? Bro, I owned Smash for Wii U I've had that game for 12 years, and I still didn't fucking unlock everything in that game. That's how stupid it is. You have to actively grind that shit out, and it's not fun. It gets so boring, bro. Yeah, dupes were the dumbest part of anything in Smash. Subspace is good. I like playing Subspace. That's the only thing I want to play in Brawl. Everything else can go fuck itself. And Smash 64 is just okay. I might like it a bit more than Smash 4 and Brawl, depending on how I feel. Just for the simplicity, really. Anyways, the next game on the list is Sonic R. It's pretty mid to get every custom move, and Smash Run is good, yeah. So here's a game that a lot of people like to shit on, Sonic R. It's a very interesting take for a Sonic racing game where you're racing on foot and just trying to, beat everybody. But I gotta be honest, guys, I actually really liked this game. A part of it was definitely the music, but also, like, the game doesn't actually control all that bad. Sonic R is a classic. I feel like people are too hard on this game. Like, I think people just don't know that this game has a drift button. Like, if you hold the triggers, you can actually, like, your character handles, like, really well. And a lot of characters tend to have a double jump too, which makes it pretty easy to get around stages. The fun part of this game for me was going around the stages and collecting all the emeralds and the Sonic tokens, and then racing the special character at the end. That is really fun. Yeah, I don't know, Smash 4 sucks. Smash Run's actually good, but it was hampered by the console it was on. But that's a tangent for another day, potentially. Anyways, the next game is South Park: The Stick of Truth, one of the funniest games that I played this year. And that's with me knowing the plot of this game, because I watched Let's Plays of Stick of Truth when it was new. I never got around to playing it, though, until this year. And, it's just about as good as I remember it being. And there's even some things I forgot about. True, a lot of good shit is on 3DS. I think the reason why Stick of Truth stuck with me for so long is just the combat is really solid, and I love the exploration. I'm not even, like, the biggest South Park fan either, because I've only seen, like, the first 9 seasons of the show, I think. Maybe more than that. I've seen, like, 10, maybe. And after that, I don't have any recollection of South Park. The government guy with balls. Yeah, that's the final boss of the game, and you get to fart on Princess Kenny's balls. But yeah, this game has really good combat because it kind of has that Paper Mario vibe to it, where you got timed hits and everything, and there's a bunch of, like, elements and statuses that you can just go crazy with, and it just has a really good plot for a fucking South Park game. It has no reason to go as hard as it does, but it does, and I like it. And don't ask me when I'm gonna play Fractured Butthole, because I honestly don't know. And honestly, I want to try and give that game another chance, but I don't know why. I can't bring myself to go back to it for some reason. Maybe someday. Maybe this year. I don't know. Anyways, the next game is Pokemon Black and White 2. This is... Oh yeah, Mr. Slave's ass. Can't forget about that. Black and White 2 was, like, the Pokemon game I needed to play, because everybody always told me, yo, Black and White 2 is the best fucking Pokemon game ever. And I was like, damn, is it really? I gotta play it then, jeez. And, me and Aaron got around to playing Black and White 2, and I played it blind, obviously. And I had a lot of fun with it. I don't even remember what my team was, honestly. I'd have to go and look, which I don't feel like doing. But I really enjoyed my time with this game. I think I liked it more than Black and White 1. But this was the Pokemon game I had literally zero knowledge about going into it. Zeppy hasn't played BW2, and oh yeah, Seb pussied it out, like, really early on. He was there for, like, a couple episodes, and then he just stopped showing up. That's kind of unfortunate. We can't forget Zellers. Oh yeah, Zellers, my Magnezone. I forgot about him, but at least somebody remembered. Yeah, I had a Magnezone named Zellers, which is a fucking dead Canadian store. I don't know why I named him Zellers, but it's funny. I mean, you know what? Maybe I can look at my team. Do I have, like, can I get, like, a nice snappy video? Can I get a nice snappy video of my, my team from BW2? Oh, here we go. What was my final team? I can probably find that, like, really easily, right? I think Big Smoke was Black and White 2. That was my Whiscash. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember. Oh, my starter. My starter was a Nidoqueen that I named Queen. That's right. Where does it show my team? Let's see. Oh, that's Aaron's team. No, I want to find my team, bro. Where's my team at? Let's see. I'm just going through it real quick to see if I can find it. Alright, so we got, Get Over Here, my Drapion. Oh yeah, False Green, my practically useless Sceptile. Oh yeah, Toto Africa, my Feraligatr. That I think was my second Pokemon, right? Yeah. Oh, here, you know what? While I'm here, I can go over Aaron's Pokemon. He had, a Venomoth named Altarian. He had a Registeel named Reggie. A Weavile named YourFat88. A Gyarados named FES. A Blaziken named Popeye. And a... fuck, what's the name of the Pokemon? Megafly or something? Called Christmas. That's pretty funny. Yeah, so, good teams, honestly. That's some pretty good teams right there. Flygon, there we go. That's what it was. Yeah, good team, honestly. But, it makes me excited to play X and Y, because I also don't know anything about X and Y either. Although I know X and Y is going to probably be more brain dead than Black and White 2, but honestly for me that's fine because I'm not trying to try hard the games. I just want to experience X and Y. I want to experience Kalos and have a wacky team. I think Black and White 1 was the one where I had my Genesect named like Terminator or something. I forgot what I called it. But yeah. Can't wait for X and Y though. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun playthrough. I still need to play Touhoumon. I don't know when I'm going to play Touhoumon. Maybe after X and Y or something. Anyways, next game, Kalos is ass. Well, I know that, but I'm gonna make my own opinion on it. Next game is TTYD Encore, which is a hack for the TTYD remake. Now, I've definitely said my... yeah, Emma ass. Although, sadly, that's not an X and Y. I love this mod because it's the first, like, really big mod for, the TTYD remake. So, it's, in a sense, TTYD Encore is kind of like, it's kind of like the pro mode of TTYD, if you really think about it. Emma's in XY post-game? Oh. Moon is in his Paper Mario slander. Well, hey, I only have a few things to slander about Encore. A lot of it is genuine compliments. Like, I love all the new badges. Well, quote-unquote new, because the way to get the workaround is to take an old badge and add a cool new effect to it. Like, what was, like, one of my... Oh, yeah, my favorite badge from Encore was probably Jester's Jump, which is Tornado Jump, but it does a fuck ton of damage, and it causes random statuses. It's so funny. It can even be positive statuses, too, like Giant or Invisibility, which makes it such a funny badge to use. And I really loved my time with Encore, because I basically did everything in it, including all the troubles, which, never doing that again, because half of them were worthless, but some of them actually gave good stuff. And Zach liked the mod enough that he did a playthrough of it, which I guess I can bring up here too, because he also played Encore. And we had some opinions about it. Like, I can't agree with some of the badge prices, for sure. Like, I can't agree with the Mega Rush and Power Rush nerfs, that's for sure. That's shitty, and I also don't like the lack of Power Plus badges. You barely get any power badges in this hack, which kind of makes your damage feel like a slog compared to other hacks. You never do troubles aside Miss Mouse. Not all, most of them are not worth it. You just get random shit, like coins and a few items. But in Encore, it actually makes you want to do them, because Encore locks badges behind troubles, which makes them actually worth doing now. And that's a really smart decision. Like, that's actually a really smart play, is to do troubles to get stuff. That's, you know, how it should be. That's how Bug Fables handles it. Bug Fables makes you do troubles, and you get, like, actual badges for that. So it's kind of just a thing that Encore took from Bug Fables, I guess, if you want to put it that way. And also, I really like the bosses. The bosses were really well done. I liked all the different gimmicks they gave. Except for Cortez. Fuck Cortez. That boss sucks. Way too difficult for no reason. But, Encore is actually still being updated as we speak, so you never know, there might be a new version to check out. Peak Fiction also locks a lot of good items behind side quests. I mean, that's how a lot of good, that's a lot of how, yeah, that's how games should do it, though. They should lock stuff behind side quests to make you actually want to do them. Otherwise, you're not going to do them. Alright, I don't really have too much to say about this next game, but we have a game called Mario and the Rainbow Stars, which is actually built off of the Super Mario Bros. X engine. This was the one game that I played with Marquise this year. I need to talk to him again. I haven't messaged him in a few months, honestly. He's just busy with life, so I don't get to talk to him too often. But me and him, we played this demo. It was like one world, but it was this one world was like 2.5 streams. So it was actually pretty in-depth for a demo, and I'm really excited to see this hack/fan game get finished, because it has some amazing-ass sprite work, and it does things that I didn't even know were possible in the SMBX engine. And honestly, I could just play SMBX hacks, or like, I don't even know what to call it, like SMBX episodes. Episodes is the correct term. If you just want to play, I don't really feel like playing SMBX again, but I loved playing this. It was a really good take on it. And, maybe I'll try and keep tabs on this fan game and see if it ever gets finished, because I would love to play the finished version, because there was a lot of good shit in it. It even has original music, which is something you don't always see. Alright, next game is Shadow Reloaded, which is another co-op game that me and Jose played this year. Shadow Reloaded is a modification of Shadow the Hedgehog on the GameCube that adds a bunch of quality of life stuff and also makes it so you can get the true ending quicker. And honestly, it was a really good way to experience Shadow the Hedgehog. Ow the edge. This is seriously bad, Shadow. It's like one of the fucking few things we still quote from this game. Yeah, I was really interested on seeing what Shadow the Hedgehog was like, because I've always heard people say bad things about Shadow, and then more recently I've heard a lot of praises about Shadow the Hedgehog. And honestly, this game's really frickin' fun. Yep, Shadow the Hedgehog. Like, honestly, the slippery controls are kind of blown out of proportion. It's not that bad. It has the hero's gameplay, which means it controls really well. The gun gameplay is also really good. Like, I remember I would always try and hope for like an alien gun, and I would just shoot the shit out of things, and it was really satisfying. Honestly, I don't blame you for this being your favorite Sonic game, Jose. It's really good. I enjoyed my time with it. Even though I didn't get to play it all that much, I only played maybe like 30% of it. Jose did most of it. Use your gun. Oh, hey, no, maybe you could talk about that during your interview, Aaron. You could talk about Raito. we did play all the levels in Shadow the Hedgehog, so we got to experience pretty much the whole game. And we did, I think it was... Did we do 3 endings or 5 endings? I can't remember. I just know we did all the levels, and we also checked out the last story, which wasn't as good. You don't have enough games for an interview? Yeah, whatever, man. We did 5, okay. That sounds about right. I mean, even if the Aaron interview is like 20 minutes, it's still an interview nonetheless. Might as well bring it up. But yeah, honestly though, Shadow the Hedgehog is definitely one of my favorite Sonics now. It's up there with SA1 and Unleashed, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I know you really love Shadow, so I don't blame you for doing the other 5 endings. Alright, so the next game I played was with Jordan. We played Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland, which, surprisingly, I have never actually played. I remember a few years before, I played Kirby's Adventure on the 3DS, which was my first time ever actually beating Kirby's Adventure. And I was thinking, I think this was... Oh yeah, I remember why we played this. So Jordan was doing a move at the time, and we were like, we need a really quick game that we can just play before you move next week. So I thought, why don't we play Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland? Because that game has co-op. And we did like the weird-ass MGABA link cable setup, where I have 2 screens at once. And we played it that way. And I really liked this game. It has really good sprite art for the GBA, and at the end of the day, it's just Kirby's Adventure, but, you know, has better graphics and better music. If anybody wants to get into Kirby, I honestly would say this is a pretty good place to start. Either that, or you can play Kirby Superstar Ultra, which is also an amazing game that I need to replay someday for the channel, because I played it on my own time when I got my new PC. I think Kirby Superstar Ultra was like the first game I ever played when I got my new computer. It was either that or Metal Gear Solid. I don't remember which one it was, but I just remember having a blast with it. Hey, look, guys, it's Doki Doki Literature Club. Another one of my favorite games from this year, for a lot of dumb reasons. The reason why this game is so memorable to me is because of all the stupid-ass jokes I made during it. Like, fucking Natsuki's, it's not like I like you or anything. Kirby's Adventure Deluxe. It's a good way of calling it. Yeah, I mean, we made so many dumbass jokes during DDLC that it became iconic. It's like, we're probably gonna be quoting these fucking jokes for like the next few years, honestly. Who knows? But like, I could just go over all the jokes we made. Like this wall over here. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. We have like this wall over here, Sayori going to hang herself, Yuri being a yandere, although that's not a joke, that's just facts, but I joked about it a bunch. Fuck, what was the other one? Oh yeah, me going club. I still say that every now and then whenever I see like a club in games. I just go club. That might be the most annoying one, honestly. Yeah, Superstar Ultra is peak. That's why I want to replay it. Yeah, I mean, this game was just me reading all the dialogue. Oh yeah, Yuri's back problems, where her boobs are too big. And Yuri's boobs are the same size as they always were. There's a lot of good lines from this game. I remember just reading all the dialogue, and then every few minutes I would make a dumbass joke, and it just made it a lot of fun for me. Maybe not as fun for others, but we got a lot of funny bits out of it. And then eventually we got to the actual, like, ending of the game where shit gets freaky and stuff. And I mean, that was definitely a mood. It was like an interesting tone setter, or whatever you want to call it. It kind of had that Persona 1 vibe, you know, where it's like spooky and unsettling, I guess. So I'll probably never forget my time with DDLC. It was a good, like, joke series and probably one of my favorite playthroughs of the year, next to some of the other games I've already mentioned. Maybe at some point I'll rank them, I don't know. I'll rank the games. Alright, now for another one of my favorite games of this year, Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. Specifically the Master Collection version, although that's not really much of a difference. This game was also hilarious. Probably the funniest Ninja Gaiden game, which, it's not really saying much because, I don't think any of the Ninja Gaidens are trying to be funny. But this one just had a lot of funny things like commencing operation and my fucking arm! Wait, no, that's Ninja Gaiden 4. What were some other good lines from this game? Honestly, any of the Region of the Mask lines. He's like one of my favorite Ninja Gaiden characters, just because he has so many dumbass, like, one-liners. And then fucking Ryu's, tell me about the dinosaurs. Fuck you! Yeah, that's another line. This game is probably the easiest of the 4 Ninja Gaiden games that I've played, but it definitely wasn't a slouch either. It kicked my ass a lot of times, and I still died a bunch. But I think what made this game easier was it was very forgiving with the checkpoints, which made it a bit more bearable to go through. And I also find the pacing really interesting, because it's only got, like, what, like 10 chapters? Some of them are really short, compared to other Ninja Gaidens where they have, like, 20-something chapters. It just has it just has, like, 10 really long chapters instead. Which is, definitely interesting. And, I don't know why, but Troy Baker Ryu Hayabusa is, like, really funny for no reason. I can't take him seriously. But also, in terms of mechanics, I really loved the Steel-on Bone. That's, like, probably the best thing about this game is that, because it adds, like, an extra layer of dynamic. Oh yeah, the fucking Ryu nutting. That's pretty funny, too. And can't forget about Theodore's 4 command grabs. Because I still don't know why they fucking gave him that many. It's just hilarious to me. We just kept making jokes about Ninja Gaiden bosses and command grabs. Honestly, my only really negative thing to say about this game is the final boss. The final boss was ass. But besides that, and maybe some of the forced Grip of Murder segments, this game was pretty awesome. Like, I don't see why people shit on this game. I could see people shitting on Ninja Gaiden 3, but not Razor's Edge. It's actually pretty fun. Plus, you get a bunch of weapons to mess around with. So, yeah, this was kind of the Ninja Gaiden that I played to hold me over between 2 Black and Ninja Gaiden 4. Because I played it really close to Ninja Gaiden 4, because I played it over the summer, I think. Alright, now for another one of my favorite games from this year. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I was holding off playing Metroid Prime 2 for, like, the longest time. And then I finally decided one day, like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking finally get this game to work. And the way I played Metroid Prime 2 was a very unique way that I don't play a lot of games. I actually played this game with the keyboard and mouse. No, I've not done Prime 3 yet. I'm probably saving that for 2026. Yeah, I played this game with the keyboard and mouse because I don't have a Wiimote. Well, no, I don't have Bluetooth. If I had Bluetooth and a Dolphin sensor bar, I could play Prime with the Wiimote and Nunchuck like you're supposed to, but I don't have that. So instead, I opted for playing the game with keyboard and mouse, which means I use the mouse to point, I use the left mouse button to, like, shoot, and then I use, like, the right mouse button to shoot missiles or something. And it was just a really interesting way to play the game. It's kind of like how Metroid Prime 4 has the mouse mode, which, I don't know if I'm ever going to play the game that way, but it could be a fun way of playing it. And then I did a bunch of other things. Like, I think I used the spacebar to jump, and I used, like, some of the other keys to do the visors and menuing and stuff. It was a very interesting way of playing it, and I eventually got really used to it. It just kind of became second nature to me, so I feel like playing Prime 2 that way has made me better at using the keyboard and mouse for gaming, so you know what? Thanks, Metroid Prime 2. I've gotten better at keyboard gaming, which is not something I thought I would say, because I generally hate trying to play games with keyboard and mouse. I fucking hate it. I'd rather play with controller, but Prime 2 is the exception, and yeah, it was also just a really fun game in general. Like, I kind of liked having to manage the dark and light ammo. I know that's kind of, not everybody likes that. And also the dark and light ether is, like, really cool contrast. And I liked having to manage my health in the Dark World. And also the bosses were pretty good too, at least most of them. Yeah, I got frustrated a lot of them, and I kind of cheesed some of them, but I still had fun with them, and I thought Metroid Prime 2 was pretty good. Maybe not as good as Prime 1, although I think the backtracking in Prime 2 is better. But still, it has its ups and downs. But I will get to Prime 3 eventually. Probably this year. Although, on the other hand, I also kind of want to replay through Super Metroid for the channel, because I haven't played Super Metroid in a while, and I feel like that game wouldn't take me too long to get through. I thought about going for a 100% playthrough. And Metroid Prime 4, if I ever get around to... If I ever have a Switch 2, maybe. Because, hell no, you cannot expect me to play that game on Switch 1. That game's gonna run like ass on Switch 1. I'll just wait for a Switch 2 and play Prime 4 that way. So, give it a few years. I guess I had a lot to say about Prime 2. I'm just very passionate about Metroid. Next game is another game that I actually really liked a lot. Trials of Mana, specifically the SNES version. I could have played the remake, but I opted to just play the SNES version since I had already played the SNES version of Secret of Mana with Jordan. So, yeah, we followed it up with Seiken Densetsu 3, which also happens to have a fairly modern translation, actually. Because the version of Trials of Mana that we played was from the Mana Collection that's on Steam, and I think you can play... you can probably play it right now, even. And I think somebody was nice enough to, like, extract the IPS for the English version of the game, and that's how I played it. And this game, in my opinion, was so much better than Secret of Mana. Like, people go on and praise Secret of Mana all the time, saying like, oh, it's one of the best SNES JRPGs, and I'm like, I don't know, honestly. I didn't really like it all that much. It felt slow, clunky. It felt like there was a lot of delay between your hits. This game felt a lot better. Like, your attacks actually felt like they were doing something. Magic wasn't as intrusive, although it was still pretty bad. SMT 1 and 2 exist. Yeah, those are SNES, right? I also liked the characters a lot better. I mean, there were a lot more characters to choose from. I mean, we just ended up doing the characters that Jordan didn't play during his Trials of Mana playthrough. And I ended up really liking characters. I mean, I like Riaz and Angela. You know, top tier waifus right there. And I ended up just really liking the characters that I picked. The story was also a bit more interesting. And overall, just a lot of quality of life improvements compared to Secret of Mana, which made the game a lot more fun to play than Trials. Or, I mean, Secret of Mana. So, yeah, Trials was a very pleasant surprise. It had a few shitty bosses here and there, but everything else was really good about it. And then I remember at the end of the playthrough, Jordan showed off the Trials of Mana remake, which, don't know if I'll ever play that, but it did look interesting, and it is a very visually nice looking game. It's just, there is some of that SNES charm that is kind of lost with the transition to 3D, although you're going to get that with any remake. I'm kind of nostalgia to a lot of retro stuff. The next game is Sonic Generations for the 3DS. I don't really have a lot to say about this game, but I will say that I did grow up with this game, unlike the Steam version. And this game hasn't really held up the best, but the one good thing I will say about Gen's 3DS is that it has unique levels, which does make it worth playing, because if you want to experience some modern conversions of a bunch of Sonic levels that exist already, like probably one of my favorite levels from this game is Mushroom Hill Zone, because I'm a big Sonic 3 enjoyer. They're actually pretty good. I mean, even though the game's only in 2D, it is still just a fun Sonic game you could probably beat in like a couple hours, and the story is, you know, pretty mid. But then again, Generation's story was always pretty mid, but it's even more mid in this game. But it also has a bunch of unique music, and it's pretty good. It's Sonic Generations on a handheld with unique levels. It's good. It's not the best or anything. It's not bad either, though. It's just a pretty alright Sonic game. I don't really have much else to say. The next game I want to talk about is Wario's Woods, which is one of my favorite games. I don't know why. It's probably because it's a puzzle game. You know me, I like my puzzle games. So, I played Wario's Woods for the Super Nintendo for the very first time a couple years ago. And I decided that I want to play Wario's Woods for the NES again, because I actually grew up with this version, and this is also the version that Nintendo keeps porting to every Virtual Console. They don't ever bring the SNES version back, even though the SNES version's great. You want fun? Wario show you fun. I was kind of ass at this game as a kid, though, as I was a lot of puzzle games, but now that I'm better at puzzle games, I got really good at this game. Like, it was so much fun. I liked it so much that I did both campaigns. I did Round Game A and B. Now, I'm pretty sure Round Game B is the one with the bosses. Round Game A is the one without the bosses, and I did both, and they're slightly different. Round Game A and B are basically the same, except that B has bosses. So if you want the true Wario's Wood experience, play Round Game B, because every 10 levels you get a boss fight, which is really cool. I love when puzzle games have boss fights. I don't know why. It's just such an interesting idea. And, you know, I love me some Match 3 type games. Match 3, Match 4, you know, same thing. You know, maybe I'm a little biased because it has Wario in it, even though you play as Toad. And it's the only game, it's like one of the few games where you play as just Toad. Not even Captain Toad, just Toad. And it kind of has a unique vibe because of that, too. And also, it's got Wario in it, so it's awesome. It's even funnier when you think about the Japanese name, which is just Wario no Mori. Because Mori means forest. Alright, and the next game I played was Pac-Man World Re-Pac, which is a game I actually do own this game on Steam. I bought it like when it was on sale a couple years ago, and I said I was going to play it eventually. And then Pac-Man World 2 Re-Pac got announced, and I said, you know what, it's finally fucking time to play Re-Pac 1. The Pac is back. He certainly is back, because he's got 2 amazing remakes under his belt now. And I've actually never finished Pac-Man World 1, although you can probably hear me rant about that a shit ton in the actual Re-Pac playthrough. But this is actually a really good remake, even though there are a lot of signs of this game being kind of a budget title. I mean, at least this game feels very budgety compared to the sequel, which I'll go over later. But I kind of played this in preparation for Re-Pac 2 coming out, because I was just like, yeah, Re-Pac 2's coming out, so I might as well play the first game, and it's very fun. It's got a lot of quality of life stuff, it looks nice, and it's basically just a good-ass 3D platformer. That's all you really need to know about Pac-Man World. And someday I will play the PS1 version, because I do like my vintage games. Alright, the next game is another underrated game that I think more people should play. Mario and Donkey Kong Minis on the Move. I 100%ed this game as well, which means I have 100%ed all the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games, except the Amiibo one, which I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get that one to work. But I owned this game on 3DS as a kid. Never got very far in it. I got maybe like halfway into it before I said, like, this game is dumb and bullshit. But that's probably because I wasn't taking advantage of all the gameplay mechanics that the game had to offer. That's the thing. This game isn't actually all that bad when you take advantage of stuff like making loops to make trash bins, making figure eights to end the level early, making loops to give yourself bonus time, shit like that. Like, once you take advantage of that stuff, It's actually it's a really solid, like, puzzle game. And I'm glad I can finally put my, like, childhood, what would you call it? Like, childhood something, where I'm just like, I'm mad that I never beat this game as a kid, or I never 100%ed it. And I'm glad that I finally got around to 100%ing this game now. And it also happens to be one of the last Mario vs. Donkey Kong games for me to play on the channel, which means I'm gonna need to find new games to play. But it is an interesting spin-off, because it is 3D compared to all the other games, but I would definitely say don't sleep on this one, because it's actually pretty good. It's a hidden gem, I'd say. All right, we're getting near the end of the list here, actually, for games I played. Haven't finished it yet, but Five Nights at Fuckboys, baby. Inhale my dong, enragement child. This game is so funny. It's really funny that Five Nights at Fuckboys, of all things, has made me a FNAF fan, which is not something that you see every day. Doesn't mean I'm actually gonna play the FNAF games, though. I'm just gonna play Fuckboys, because it's a hilarious RPG Maker game with Persona and Yakuza music, where Freddy gets to toss his top hat at people and shit on cameras. It's pretty funny out of context, and I've been having a lot of fun playing it with Zach and the others, and just hearing all the stupid dialogue in the game. We still have yet to finish Fuckboys 3 and the Fuckboys epilogue, which we'll get to at some point. And honestly, I don't really have much else to say. It's just a hilarious-ass game. Definitely one of the fan games of all time. Alright, Castlevania Order of Ecclesia is an awesome game that I played this year. I mean, I can say that about every game that I played, but this one in particular, like, this might be one of my favorite Castlevanias now, next to Dawn of Sorrow, probably. Yeah. I don't know if I like this one more than Dawn of Sorrow, but it's definitely up there. And Portrait of Ruin, too. Honestly, I just love the entire DS trilogy. I didn't really, like, know what to expect with this game going in, either. Oh, wow. Castlevania music starts playing while I talk about Castlevania, huh. I really liked Shinoa. Definitely top-tier waifu right there. And I really liked the glyph system, because it kind of went more in a magic approach, a lot like Charlotte in Portrait of Ruin, which, you know, what do you know? Charlotte was the character I used the most in Portrait of Ruin anyways, so going from her to Shinoa felt really natural to me, because you get to spam a bunch of magic, but you also get to spam, like, physicals too, so it's kind of like a hybrid of both of them, which is really... It's more like a hybrid of Soma and Charlotte, if anything. I mean, those are like two of my favorite characters to play as anyways, so the gameplay of this game just really clicked with me, and it's the only Castlevania game that I've done like everything in. I did all the side quests, I did the bonus optional dungeons. That's not something I usually do in Castlevania. Then again, Portrait of Ruin is also the only game I've done the bonus mode for, so there is that too. Suffice to say, I really fucking loved this game, and the story was pretty good too. I mean, Castlevania games don't have the deepest stories, but they try to be pretty good, and this one definitely is pretty good. But this was a really good way to send off the Metroidvanias on the handhelds, you know? And I'll have to get around to playing the PS2 games at some point, which will probably be a 2026 thing, is what I'm thinking. Hey, look, we're back to Pac-Man again. The pack is back again. We got Pac-Man World 2 Repack, which I don't actually own this game. I actually played it off of Matt's account because he was nice enough to log into his Steam on my computer. And I just ended up playing it off of his account because, you know, it works. It works, and we have separate save files, so technically it's not really hurtful in any way. And I love Pac-Man World 2. It's the first video game I ever played. And this is a fucking awesome remake. Like, it remixes everything in such a polite and respectful way to the original, while also keeping it, you know, fresh and new as well. And I love all the new gameplay mechanics. Like, I love the fact that... I love the super butt bounce. Like, it's such a it feels so natural, like it's such a natural part of Pac-Man's moveset, that it's gonna be weird to go back to other games and not have it, honestly. And probably the biggest surprise about this game is, well, one, the fucking music slaps, and two, the fact that there's a post-game that's basically as long as the main campaign. It's kind of like the secret worlds from Mario 3D Land, where it's just like you beat the game and, oh, oops, there's 8 more worlds. It's like, holy shit, man, the game's only half done. That's basically what Pac-Man World Pac 2 is. It's awesome. Like, this is such a good Pac-Man game. It's like one of the best Pac-Man games ever, and I really want to play Pac-Man World 3 in 2026 just to experience it, because, you know, we played quite a bit of Pac-Man this year, actually, now that I think about it. Ugh. Fucking PvZ Replanted. God. What a shitty game this is. I mean, maybe I'm kind of exaggerating, but I mean, yeah, it's just PvZ at the end of the day, which, you know, PvZ 1 is great, but it's just a really sloppy remaster. Sorry, you can't even call it a remaster. It's more like a demaster of anything, because keep in mind, the way I played Replanted was probably not the way that anybody should play it. I played a, like, day 1 version of the game that was unpatched, which means I had all of the dumb shit, like the music speeding up whenever you speed up the game, and, like, there being no dynamic music, which is, yikes, and there's a bunch of bugs and stuff. Although, in some cases, I'd say that made the game funnier. But, yeah, don't play Replanted. Honestly, you're better off just playing the Game of the Year edition. It has less bugs, and it's more respectful to the original creators to just play that version. Because, we were getting to a point where we just wanted to finish Replanted and get straight to Fusion, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Alright. We're almost done with the me section. The next game I played is a fucking banger. I played Ninja Gaiden 4 the day that it came out. Also played this on Game Pass, because I'm a cheap bastard. But, this game actually delivered. Like, it was insanely good. Team Ninja and Platinum Games is such a godlike team-up, and they pumped out, like, an amazing ass sequel to Ninja Gaiden 3. It's hard to even fathom that this is the sequel to Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, because it's just that good. It's not even, you don't even, like, once you get into the game, like, a few hours in, you don't even mind that you're not playing as Ryu. Like, Yakumo is definitely a different type of character, and his gameplay style is also really fun. They put the most time into fleshing out Yakumo as, like, a playable character. And honestly, in a lot of cases, I think I might even find Yakumo to be more fun than Ryu, which is something I didn't think was possible. But the gameplay is just that goddamn good. And it's actually challenging, too. It's not like a modern game that, you know, pisses on you and, you know, makes you eat candy for free, you know. Like, it actually kicks your shit and expects you to get good, which is what I want. I want to get my shit kicked in so I can get good at the game. That's what I want, and it delivered on that. And the music's fucking awesome too. Like, the music is so good. It's got this, like, Metal Gear Rising style to it, where it's just butt rock and metal with fucking lyrics that kick in halfway into the song. It's so good. I was expecting the entire soundtrack to be like that, and it wasn't, but it also kind of has some of that, like, you know, classic Ninja Gaiden to it as well. And overall, it's another one of my favorite games for this year. Honestly, I could just say all the Ninja Gaiden games are my favorite for this year. But Ninja Gaiden 4 is a standout because it's brand new and all that. Here's a random one that I played. Blackened Rain, Beckets Our Bloodlines, amends. Here's another random game I played this year. If we're continuing the Mario RPG pipeline, I played Mario RPG Master Quest, which is a very deep cut pick. It's almost as deep of a cut as Mario RPG Masters, which I played a year ago. Now, what's the difference between Mario RPG Master Quest and the original? Well, actually not all that much, surprisingly. I was expecting way more with this hack going into it. Came out a bit underwhelmed, but it still had some cool ideas. The main thing about this is that it basically just aims to retweak the bosses and recolor them, which is cool. I mean, it's pretty basic for a hard mode hack, and I had fun with it, and it did get pretty challenging towards the end, especially with Smithy. But it's just, you know, kind of your average hard mode hack. Nothing really too much, because I've played Mario RPG a lot of times. In terms of hacks that I want to play, there are some Mario RPG ROM hacks that are under my radar, including, what is it called? Super Luigi RPG Star Powered, and Legend of the Axum Rangers. On the topic of Legend of the Axum Rangers, actually, I'm subscribed now to the guy who made the hack, an Axum Ranger. Literally today, he pumped out a new ROM hack called Mario RPG, let me check. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's a Mario RPG roguelike ROM hack where you have to fight a bunch of battles, and that, I gotta fucking play that, bro. Like, I know I'm in the middle of playing Tower Trials, but I might have to fucking put that down and get on that Mario RPG roguelike hack, because that sounds awesome as hell. I might try that out next year. So yeah, the Mario RPG ROM hack train does not stop. It keeps going. I keep playing Mario RPG stuff because I love this game too much. Anyways, back to PvZ. We got PvZ Fusion, which is going from replanted to fusion is such a fucking wake-up call, I swear. Like, this game is really good. At the time of recording, I've only beaten the main campaign. I haven't done any of the extra shit, because usually when I play PvZ, I don't do a lot of the extra shit. I'm gonna have to probably get Seb to get on my ass about it and be like, no, Jacob, you gotta play the fucking extra shit in PvZ Fusion. And I'll be like, fine, and then I'll play it, and then probably enjoy it anyways. It's kind of like that first step you gotta take, you know, to get back into it. So yeah, you could probably expect some more Fusion streams, but all the crazy combinations you can do is pretty awesome, I will say. Anyways, next game is actually, I would say it's still ongoing, but me and Porter and Desmond are playing another run of Terraria. Well, actually, Porter hasn't played Terraria with me before. This is our first time doing it, but I found out earlier this year that Porter likes Terraria, so we brought up, like, yeah, you know what, we should do a run of Terraria together, and we're doing it with TModLoader, and it's actually really fun. It's good to get back into Terraria again after, like, a year or so of not doing it, and it's just as fun and addicting as I remember. Like, I swear, I can't think of too many games where I accidentally stay up until 1 in the morning playing it because I just get so into it. That doesn't happen too often. I can't think of very many games where I do that. Terraria is just that game, I guess. I mean, it also doesn't help that I start playing the game at like 10 PM, so there is that. Holy shit, new menu sniggle in Smash. Awooga. Might have to get that. Oh wait, that's kind of off topic though. Anyways, yeah, we're still continuing with Terraria. We actually just beat the Moon Lord, so just in time for the new year, but when we get back into Terraria, probably sometime in January, I guess we're gonna do some of the, like, new Calamity stuff. I don't really actually know what to do there, so we're gonna have to figure that out together. But that'll be a goal for Terraria. Alright, next up, we have one of the funniest games from this year, Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures, also known as Hey Pac-Man. Or no, it's called Hello Pac-Man. Hey Pac-Man's the meme. Hey Pac-Man, what's up? No, it's called Hello Pac-Man in Japanese, but we got it as Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures. And this game is so fucking funny. The cum monster. Yeah, so Zach suggested I play this game, and honestly, I'm really glad he did, because this game ended up being so fucking funny, because there's like 100 different ways to die in this game, and each one of them has like a unique death animation, and it's so funny. Like, I don't know, they went so out of their way to do it. Like, they put so much care into Pac-Man's sprites in this game, like, I can't think of very many games that has a sprite list as big as the one from Pac-Man 2. Like, Pac-Man is so goddamn expressive. Almost makes me wish Pac-Man was this expressive in modern games, but hey, he tries, I guess. I mean, it's not even a long game either. Like, I was playing the game suboptimally, and I still beat it in like 4.5 hours. But that just goes to show you how great it is. And it had its frustrating moments, especially at the end of the game, but either way, I still had fun with it, and I'm really glad I got to play it. Yeah, the NTSC box art of just Pac-Man having a fucking panic attack. we bring up the Some Call Me Johnny video like every time, but it's still funny. Anyways, we have the final game that I played this year. You guys ready? I played Doom 64, which I actually just beat a couple days ago. I really loved this game. Like, I wasn't sure what I would come out of Doom 64 thinking, but fucking loving it was a bit lower on my list. But in my opinion, well, actually, I don't want to say in my opinion, Doom 64 is the actual Doom 3 of the Doom saga. Doom 3 can call itself Doom 3 all at once, but Doom 64 is the actual Doom 3, because it has a bunch of mechanics from Doom 2, and it's got the exact same style as Doom 2. It's just grungier, darker, it's got spooky atmosphere music. I fucking love it. That's probably the biggest surprise and takeaway of Doom 64, is I didn't think I would love the music and atmosphere as much as I did. But I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm kind of a sucker for like grungy atmospheric like ambience tunes these days. I mean, I even put a couple in Down Bad Edition. Like, I don't know if you guys have listened to any of the ambient stuff that I put in Down Bad Edition, but I made a couple of ambient songs for Down Bad Edition, and I'm kind of proud of them. Maybe I'll send them later, but it kind of gives me those same vibes of when I play Doom 64, and you just hear this weird ass ambient shit that barely even sounds like music half the time, and it's awesome. And Doom 64 is surprisingly robust at having 40 maps to play as well, which is pretty good. That's a lot of maps to go through. I think like that's more maps than Doom 2 even. Maybe not as many as Doom 1 and 2 combined, but it's got a lot of maps, and it's very worth it. I'm glad I got to play it this year, and that's the final game that I played in 2025, at least the last solo series. Anyways, I'm gonna go take a small break. I'll be back, and I'll talk about the party games next. You know, guys, we're only actually half done this list. Actually, before I talk about the party games, this would be a good segue to talk about the 3 things that I played with my girlfriend this year. So, I'll go over that real quick, too. So, the first game that we played was Danganronpa 2, which was actually a carryover from 2024. I think we were, like, finishing it up in 2025. Yeah, I think we were maybe, like, a couple chapters in. But, I really loved Danganronpa 1, and I especially loved Danganronpa 2, even more so than the first one in a lot of ways. Mostly the characters and the kind of... Yeah, it's mostly the characters, and I think the story's overall a lot better. I mean, I can't really talk about it too much without getting spoilery, but it was a very, very good fun run of the game that took us a while to get through, because we only played it like once a week, and typically that also meant me forgetting a lot of plot points, but still managed to get through it enjoying it either way. The next game that I showed my girlfriend was Metal Gear Solid 2, which is my favorite Metal Gear Solid game. Been waiting a really long time to show her this game too, because I remember at times during the DR2 playthrough, I was just like, oh, well, I really can't wait to get to Metal Gear Solid 2 so I can see her react to the game, and that definitely did not disappoint with the reactions, although at times, things got a little too complicated that she couldn't understand. Like, especially, like, some of the endpoints and some of the random bullshit that the bosses would spout off, but definitely helped me gain a somewhat new appreciation of Metal Gear Solid 2. And it also kind of made me question, some of the other things about the game. Like, it helped me also be a little more critical about it, which isn't a bad thing, either. It helped me see some of the flaws. I mean, a lot of times in your favorite things, you need to be able to also see the flaws in it, and that's kind of what I felt about Metal Gear Solid 2. And I also played with the 4K texture pack again, so I got an optimal MGS2 playthrough with 4K textures. So, at some point, maybe I will play Metal Gear Solid 3, but don't know when I will do that. I love Metal Gear Solid 2 every time I play it. I always find things to enjoy about it. Anyways, the final game of this year, which is a game we're still playing, is fucking Balan Wonderworld. This game, me and my girlfriend, we've been joking about this game for like the past 4 years. Whenever the fuck Balan Wonderworld got announced, we've been joking about this game, like, for years and years, saying like, hey, when are you gonna play Balan Wonderworld? Oh, I hopefully will get to play MGS Delta someday. I don't know when. It'll probably run pretty good on the Series X, if I had to guess. But yeah, I still remember when this game got announced, and I remember saying like, damn, this game actually kind of looks good. Then it came out, and everybody fucking shat on it. Everybody shat on Balan Wonderworld. And now that I'm actually playing it, I feel like a lot of those reviews were kind of, like, unfair. Don't get me wrong, it's not an amazing game or anything, it's kind of mid at best, but it's got some good things. Like, I like the world and the level design. It's just the things around the level design is what's not good, because the abilities kind of are situational, and also the fact that you can't swap your abilities unless you go to a checkpoint is kind of dumb and limiting. Kind of gives me DK64 vibes, which is another game I will play this year in 2026. But I mean, it's fun enough, and I mean, she's also kind of poking fun at the game, so that kind of also makes the experience a bit more enjoyable. So yeah, we'll get around to finishing Balan Wonderworld this year, probably. Anyways, I'm not sure whether to do the friend games first or the party games. I'll probably do the friend games first, actually. That kind of reminds me when I played DQ4. Oh well, hope you have fun with that game. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go over the friend games first. Alright, well, it's topical. A song from it's playing right now. Let's talk about the big game of the year, Paper Mario Down Bad Edition. If anybody here has no fucking idea what Paper Mario Down Bad Edition, I'll talk about it. Paper Mario Down Bad Edition is a ROM hack for Paper Mario 64 that I have been working on for, I want to say 16 months? 17 months, coming up on 17 months? Yeah, 17. I've been working on it for a long-ass time. It's the most amount of effort that I've ever put into a ROM hack, ever. And it's kind of my, like, current poster child right now. With a ROM hack with that much effort put into it, I made just about every single one of my friends play it this year. I made Aaron play it, I made Sosuke play it, I made Luke play it, hell, I even think I made Seb play it a few times. And considering I'm still actively working on this and adding new shit to it every day, there's always gonna be something new to talk about with this game. It's kind of the ROM hack that just keeps on giving. And it is definitely interesting to be like... I'm not used to having my ROM hacks be talked about so often, because back in the day, I would just make a ROM hack, publish it, and then forget about it, and just be like, cool, I made something, and then I just go about my day. But this is a hack that I'm actually pushing more strongly than ever. I'm pushing it maybe even more than I did when I published SML RPG, which is another thing that people were really excited about. I mean, SML RPG is kind of in its own other world. That game was in development hell. SML RPG was like it was a work in progress for like, I think I was in like, I had to have been in like 9th grade when I started making it. All the way from 9th grade to like my 2nd or 3rd year of YouTube. That's the big ass time frame of me working on that game. And I finally finished it after like 5 or 6 years of development hell. And now I'm having thoughts of making a 3rd one, but that's off topic. But yeah, Paper Mario Down Bad Edition is just a overall really weird hack. Because it started out as such a simple, basic idea of, I'm going to take Paper Mario, but the joke is that Goombario will tattle every enemy and give them a ranking of how much Riz he thinks they have. That was the original concept. But what ended up happening is it just ended up spiraling and becoming this insane like story with unique, like different colored environments and bosses. You know, I'll interrupt myself to read Jose's message. DQ4 was going to be amazing, but it turns out it was about world building rather than character development. Hey, I mean, I do love me a good world. That's what made me want to finish Origami King. Yeah, back to Down Bad Edition. Down Bad Edition is perhaps the most ambitious thing that I've ever worked on. It has a whopping like 240 songs, which actually is more than the original Paper Mario soundtrack now. Because I think the original Paper Mario soundtrack's like 180 or something. So Down Bad Edition has like over 200 songs, and I'm still adding new songs to the game like every few weeks. And I've added new enemies, new bosses, a bunch of content from other hacks that I've enjoyed and completed for the channel. Like, there's a lot of stuff from... initially, it started out with me adding a bunch of stuff from Master Quest and TTY 64, but I eventually remembered that, oh yeah, I have the Darkstar source code too. So I started adding a bunch of Darkstar stuff. And then I started adding a bunch of shit of my own as well, to not make it like just a bunch of like code theft, you know? I am into world building. I mean, DBE has a lot of world building. Like, that's another thing. DBE just has like it has a bunch of like dialogue and a bunch of talk about the world and stuff. I mean, I've written like, I want to say like 3,000 lines of dialogue for that game at least. I'm getting actually pretty close to finishing all of the, you know, vanilla dialogue, and then I'm gonna keep adding new shit on top of it, so there's a lot of dialogue in the game. There's a lot of writing, so it takes me a while to get through it, but it's best to take it slow and get through it at my own pace, you know? Your own perspective? Sure, we can try and go through that while I'm talking about the games that everybody else played. Alright, the next game on the channel is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, which is a game that Zeppy played. I don't remember if he started the year with that, or if it was a carryover from the last year, but I know Zeppy started playing Need for Speed Hot Pursuit around the start of the year, and this is kind of when... This is around the arc of when Zeppy just started playing car games. we can schedule it. Oh, Jose, do you actually want to do an interview? I thought you didn't want to. I think maybe Zeppy was the one who didn't want to do it, but I'd be down to do an interview video. Yeah, this is kind of like Zeppy's car arc, where he started doing car games where we would just ramble. Alright, bet. I'm looking forward to more interviews. Yeah, so Need for Speed is more... It's not really about the game itself. It's just about, like... Me and Zeppy, we talk about dumb shit while there's a car game in the background. That's probably my favorite thing about the Need for Speed series. There's not really a whole lot else to say about it. I just enjoyed rambling and stuff. Alright, the next game is Bully. Seb played Bully, I think, around February. And, it's really funny. When he asked me, like, what were the best games that he played, or what games that I liked that he played, Bully, San Andreas, and Hit and Run all came up, which are all, fucking, like, Rockstar GTA kind of clones. Well, except San Andreas, that is GTA. Why does the guy on the left look like Bobby Hill? You know, I said the same fucking thing. Jimmy Hopkins really just looks like Bobby Hill. Yeah, Bully was a really funny-ass game. And also, the soundtrack for Bully slaps. Like, it has no reason to go as hard as it does. Which was probably one of the more surprising things about the game. And it also just has a really good story, and you get to, like, befriend a bunch of the gangs around the school and stuff. I really enjoyed watching Seb play that game. It was a really fun playthrough. And, you know, it's kind of getting me into more Rockstar games, you know, just in general. There were a few issues with running the game. Like, the game definitely didn't run the best in full screen mode, and there were some bugs with the 60 FPS of the remaster, but besides that, it worked pretty well, and it was pretty fun. Alright, I'm not going to talk about this one for too long, because we never finished it, but me and Matt, we played Revenge of the Flying Dutchman for, like, a few streams. This game's kind of ass, honestly, because I think this game was made before Battle for Bikini Bottom, which means it doesn't play as well. And also, another thing about the game is there is, like, one song in the entire game that plays, like, every time... Okay, there's, like, one song per power-up, because there's, like, 4 different transformations you can do with SpongeBob, and every transformation has a single song. One of my worst intros of playing a SpongeBob game. Yeah, it was not great. I think Matt was just curious about checking this game out. We played it, we thought it was ass, and we didn't want to go back to it. Okay, there is one funny thing to come out of this game, and it's the death noise. Hang on, I have the death noise somewhere on my computer. Maybe I can find it. Where is it? Like, I think I just called it, like, the Revenge of the Flying Dutchman death noise or something. Where the fuck is it? I have one called Death.wave. That's not it, is it? Well, that's the thing. There's a few things called Death.wave. I don't know. That's the thing. Maybe it's in a meme folder or something. I don't know. Well, you'll just have to take my word for it. Battle for Bikini Bottom. I don't know. I also want to play Battle for Bikini Bottom. Maybe we should do like maybe we could do a race on that. That could be fun. Would you be down for that, Jose? We could do a race of the GameCube version or something. I'd be down for that. I haven't played Battle for Bikini Bottom in fucking ages. I'm putting race lightly because, I mean, I don't really care who finished the game first. I just want to play it. That sounds like a fun series. We could do that after DKC 3. If we need a new series to play. And it'll finally get me off my lazy ass and play Battle for Bikini Bottom for the channel and actually 100% that game. But yeah, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman has a funny death noise, and that's the only good thing about the game. Everything else is kind of mid. Anyways, the next game is Sonic 06. I just have this here solely because I know Zach played Sonic 06 a couple times this year, but I don't really have much else to say about it. Because I know he played the game on his actual Xbox 360, so we got the authentic Sonic 06 experience with the long loading screens and crappy resolution and all. Ooh, yes, you could do some funny things with your SSD. I mean, what else can I say about Sonic 06 that I haven't said already? The game is funny as shit, and it's actually a really good Sonic game when you just forget about the bugs and the jank. Like, deadass, I want to play Sonic 06, but I don't have the game, and I don't feel like trying to run it on a crappy emulator. I know I'm gonna keep bugging Zach every now and then, like, hey, please finish your 360 playthrough of Sonic 06. I want it to be done so we can have that be a complete series, you know? Oh yeah, and Happy New Year to everybody living in the Eastern time zone, by the way. Forgot to mention that. Anyways, the next game, Elijah plays Super Mario Sunshine. Not gonna lie, watching Elijah play Sunshine again has made me want to replay Sunshine, even though I played it like 5 years ago for the channel. I played the crappy 3D All-Stars version, but that's okay. Yeah, so Elijah's playing Sunshine blind, and he kind of sucks ass at it, and he only gets like 3 or 4 shine sprites per episode, which is pretty slow. But it is really cool seeing Sunshine being played this way. And also, we're playing with a widescreen and 4K texture pack, which adds to the experience. Oh yeah, and it's also 60 FPS, so you get like a super enhanced Mario Sunshine experience. It makes the game look pretty modern, actually. Yeah, man, 2 terabyte SSD is pretty good. Well, you're in Central Time now. Okay, I guess you'll have to wait an extra like hour or so. That's too bad. All right. Well, actually, it's more like half an hour, but yeah. I do want to get Elijah back on playing Sunshine. You know, I gotta bug him more often. That's just the thing with some of my friends, is if I don't bug them enough, they're just not gonna be motivated to play anything. So I gotta like get on their case and be like, hey, we should do Sunshine this week, or hey, we should I don't know, what are, oh yeah, like Goncita, be like, hey, we should play Tropical Freeze, you know? That kind of shit, you know? I gotta get on Elijah's case and get him to play Sunshine more often, because it is funny. It is funny watching him play, and usually I just kind of ramble about stuff while he does the shines and missions and stuff. Can't wait to see him do Pianta Village, because that's gonna be well, he kind of did a little bit of Pianta Village, but whatever. Ah, El Salvador's hour behind, huh? Alright, the next game, can't say I have too many positive things to say about it, but Zeppy and Jose played through Fire Emblem Awakening in 2025. Honestly, I found Fire Emblem Awakening kind of forgettable. I don't even remember that much about it. Actually, I don't remember anything about this playthrough. I only remember like a couple things about it. Let me think. I thought Chrome's sister was cute. There's that. I got to learn about Lucina's backstory properly. Oh yeah, fucking Walmart. Walmart was pretty funny. Yeah, sure. We can get a small Fire Emblem Awakening recap, because I don't remember shit about this game. What else did I remember? Oh yeah, I remember the fucking Burger King. They were trying to, like, kill Chrome's sister, M&M. What else? Robin goes Grima at some point, but it actually ended up not being the super hot, attractive Grima that we see in Fire Emblem Heroes. So that was kind of an underwhelming finale. I mean, overall, I mean, yeah, sure, Fire Emblem Awakening saved the franchise, but it's kind of like unremarkable in every other way, since everything that Awakening has done, all of the other Fire Emblem games have done better. So that's why Awakening just feels kind of whatever to go back to. I don't really remember much about it. It's kind of funny. I'm going to change the game, but you can keep writing your summary. Actually, we're still on the topic of Fire Emblem, so, you know, we might as well continue. Jose and Zeppi also got around to finishing Garen Quest, which was probably the funniest thing that I've seen this entire year, next to Fuck Boys and a few other games. Garen Quest is like peak storytelling, honestly. And honestly, it's the only thing from Fates that I ever need to experience, because everything else surrounding Fates is just gonna be not as exciting. It's gonna make me want Garen Quest back. Fucking Garen laughing. Hey, wait, I have the Garen laugh on my soundboard. Hold on. There you go. There were so many iconic moments in Garen Quest, like the magical coin flip, Iago going "Duh!" and then Hans like making funny faces. Just so many good moments. If you guys, I really recommend. If there's any series I recommend you guys watching from this year, it's definitely Garen Quest. Like, Garen Quest even made Aaron, somebody who typically does not give a shit about Fire Emblem, care about it because of how fucking funny it is. Like, that's how good Garen Quest is. It just transcends everything. Like, it's probably the funniest Fire Emblem game. Like, if I had to make a breakdown of, like, Fire Emblem hierarchy, Garen Quest is the funniest one, Radiant Dawn's the best story, I don't really know what I would call Engage, but it is my favorite in some category. Fire Emblem Awakening is the most forgettable one. Yeah, there is that. Garen also became a meme in our friend group, that is also fair. Garen's kind of like Wolf, in a way. He's just this funny big guy that you want to laugh with. You know? But yeah, Garen Quest is awesome. I'm really glad we got to actually finish it, because it was so much funnier than it was for the first episode. Oh, I gotta take another drink. Oh. May have to take another break during the other category to go get my juice refilled. But anyways, the next friend game is Nathan playing Shadow Generations, which was definitely one of the more unexpected games this year, because first of all, it's the first thing that Nathan's ever played for the channel, actually. This was kind of the year of just, like, all of my friends stepping out and, like, playing shit for me, because I want to get to know my friends better, and also, there's some games that I just don't really feel like playing, and I want my friends to play instead and show me them. And Shadow Generations was an interesting case, because I don't have Shadow Generations, and but I also wanted to see it, and Nathan offered to try it out for me, and we got to see the 3-hour campaign. It was a lot of fun to watch. It also has, like, you know, a surprisingly really good story for a Sonic game. It's the first time a Sonic story has been good in a while. So, really glad I got to watch him play that. The next game is Fire Emblem 4, aka Genealogy of the Holy War. This is the game that Jose played for me this year. I don't know if Fire Emblem 4 is still Jose's favorite Fire Emblem game, but I liked the story of Fire Emblem 4, but I don't know if it tops Radiant Dawn for me. I definitely liked the idea of there being multiple generations, but I don't really know if I like how it was executed. The music's also pretty good. I have some of the music on my playlist, and I like the characters a lot too. I like, I'm trying to remember what characters I liked. I mean, I liked Sigurd, I liked Oifi, I liked, Lachesis. A lot of the first generation characters. Some of the second ones, like Julia, and Julius, fucking Hulk Hogan, whatever his name was. He was more of a meme than anything, which made me like him a lot more. Yeah, I think overall, I'm not gonna remember too much about this game compared to my time with Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance, but it was a solid Fire Emblem game. It was definitely better than fucking Awakening, that's for sure. And depending on what day it is, it's also better than Engage. So, you know, I'd rank Genealogy maybe somewhere in the middle. It's good. I like it. I had fun with it, and it was also a lot of fun voicing the characters. That was definitely another takeaway with it too. And I'm looking forward to maybe seeing more Fire Emblem games this year, because I know there's going to be at least one Fire Emblem game this year for sure. Don't know which one though. Oh yeah, fucking Three Houses. Nathan's gonna play that, but I was thinking more of like a game that Jose or Zeppy might play. Probably Shadows of Valentia. That I could probably expect that one. All right, the next game. Matt plays Batman: Arkham Asylum. This is I'm not like super into Batman, although I did play Batman for NES the other year. And this is my kind of gateway into the Batman Arkham games, and they're surprisingly really funny despite having dark stories. You can't write the summary. Maybe we'll talk about the summary during the interview or something. How about that? If I leave, he'll die. Or, I'd be happy to drop my pants. Or fucking how's it hanging, bats? Like, there's so many good lines from Arkham Asylum. Like, even though Arkham Asylum is trying to take itself seriously, I can't take it seriously because there's too many funny moments. Okay, good to know FE4 is still your favorite. It's not my favorite. I'd still say that goes to Radiant Dawn, but I'd say it's pretty up there. It's probably next to, like, Engage. And I guess if we count Garen Quest, it's probably below Garen Quest, but also probably above Engage. If that makes sense. But this is about Batman. I mean, Batman Arkham Asylum is like one of Matt's favorite games, and it's nice that he's getting to show me the Arkham games in general. And you know what else? It's also helping me become more of a Batman fan, so there is that. And also, the interesting thing about Arkham Asylum is that it's one of the few games that I watched my mom play when I was a kid. So I kind of have like these vivid memories of Arkham Asylum, even though I don't remember everything about the game. But as the moments come up in Arkham Asylum, I'm just like, oh shit, I fucking remember this. And it's kind of this surreal feeling while watching Matt play Batman Arkham Asylum. So it's kind of cool. Engage is your second favorite. That's a kind of a cool take, because I don't really see a lot of praise for Engage, even though I like it. Alright, here's a funny one. Seb plays Papa's Cluckeria. This is like the one game that Seb played this year, besides Bully. He's playing through fucking Papa's, which is like a weird-ass mobile cooking game. It's another situation where it's not really so much about the game, it's more about the conversations we have along the way. FE4 story be better if you read the manga. Oh. It's one of those where I have to read the manga. It's like Persona 1. You get more context if you read the manga. But yeah, I mean, we sometimes joke about the gameplay in Papa's, like Seb nutting on burgers. That's probably like the one funny thing we're gonna take away from Papa's Cuckeria is nutting on burgers. But other than that, it's just nice, me and Seb chill on a call. Sometimes Zach and others show up and we just kind of chat about random bullshit, and that's kind of the fun of the Papa's games, really. And it's this weird, like, ongoing series, like, where I can't tell if it's gonna end or not. I mean, I don't really think Seb has any better ideas for games to play, so Papa's Cluckeria just kind of fills that void, you know? Anyways, the next game, Robbie plays through Code Vein, which is, this is probably one of those games where, like, I kind of have to see more of it to get into it, you know? Because I think during like the first like 3 or 4 episodes, I wasn't really paying too much attention to what was going on in it. And I was kind of just rambling about my own dumb shit. But the more that Code Vein goes on, the more that I get into it. And it's just, I mean, the characters are definitely one of the highlights for the game for me. Because sometimes it's kind of funny just seeing like these anime characters in this weird like apocalyptic ass like bloody world sometimes. It's pretty funny. And you know, I will say Code Vein does have a few memorable moments. So I feel like every series kind of has that one memorable moment that I will always just quote randomly. Like Papa's is Seb nutting on the burger, and then in the case of Code Vein, it's I choose to eat. That's like the one funny moment that I'm probably just gonna keep quoting over and over. But it is a fun watch, and it's nice that Robbie has a game to show me as well. And there's another ongoing joke. Oh yeah, and Robbie falling into pitfalls too. That's pretty funny too. Fire Emblem in general is weak in dialogue. Yeah, I like strong dialogue. Anyways, next game, we got the other Zeppy game for this year, which is Forza Horizon 5. I mean, it's another car game. What do you really want me to say about it? It's just me and Zeppy talk about shit. I don't know if I like Forza more than Need for Speed. It's just more fun, chill car chatting sessions. I don't really have a lot else to say. I can't really comment on this much because I'm not really paying attention to the game much. Here's a game that I can comment a lot about, though. Digimon Cyber Sleuth, which is the game that Jordan's currently playing through. I knew basically little to nothing about Digimon going into this game. And what did I get? I got really appealing characters and banger music by the Danganronpa composer. That's what I got. You're gonna lose your luster for FE. Oh, rip, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so this game is actually, like, surprisingly really fucking long, and it also has a really good-ass story. So, yeah, I say this is a pretty good gateway into Digimon, because I'm learning a lot about different types of Digimon, and I'm not really sure why I didn't get into Digimon sooner, honestly, because a lot of friends in my friend group do like the series. And, I mean, obviously there's a bunch of other Digimon games out there, but I've been really enjoying watching Jordan play this game. Like, it's another one of those games where, like, it takes me a little while to get invested, but once, like, that investment gets going, like, it just keeps steamrolling and I get more into it, you know? You're not at the breaking point. But yeah, we're only like half done this game too, by the way, and we started a long ass time ago. Time Changer's better because the digital world's more involved, huh? Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, it's not, I mean, it takes a bit of effort to get me to care about the characters in the game. And I would say that Cyber Sleuth is definitely succeeding at that now. I'm getting more invested in the characters, so yeah, good on you, Cyber Sleuth. And also, the music is good. That's another takeaway. Alright, we're almost done with the friend games, by the way. Alright, so, Nathan plays Sonic Frontiers. This is like the big Nathan series of the year. A little while after Shadow Generations, I think Nathan took like maybe a month off or something, but he started playing Sonic Frontiers once he got his new capture card, and this game was fucking awesome to watch. Like, I've always wanted to play Sonic Frontiers, never got around to it, so I just said, like, well, since I'm not gonna play Sonic Frontiers anytime soon, Nathan said, just like, you know what, I'll do it. And I was like, you know what, that sounds awesome. I'm kind of trying to get over my, how do I word this? I typically don't like to watch games that I've never played before. But, like, I especially don't want to watch games that I personally want to play someday. But I'm trying to get over that, because otherwise, if I didn't, I would not have watched Sonic Frontiers and gotten some banger, like, this banger experience, you know? Because people have been telling me for years that, like, bro, Sonic Frontiers has, like, the best fucking boss themes in Sonic history, and, yeah, it definitely does. The music in this game kicks ass. It's got that, like, grungy rock that I really like in Sonic. I'm also glad that Sonic Rock is back, because when's the last time we've had, like, butt rock in a Sonic game, right? Since, like, Generations, probably. Or Shadow. Something like that. But yeah, Sonic Frontiers, surprisingly transitioned Sonic into open world, like, Breath of the Wild gameplay, like, really good. I was pretty surprised about how much I enjoyed that part, and it was a good excuse for me and Nathan to just ramble about shit, too, you know? And, you know, I also made the joke about Eggman having a daughter and all that. You know, I ended up really liking Sage as a character, too. I can see why everybody likes her, because I got decently invested into the plot of Frontiers. Didn't really care too much about the Ancients' backstory, but everything surrounding that I definitely enjoyed a lot. So yeah, that's definitely another one of the highlights of games that I watched my friends play. Alright, next up we have another one of my favorite games that I watched this year. Sosuke playing No More Heroes. This game was so fucking funny, bro. I still need to clip all of, like, the instant deaths in this game, because they were so funny. And yet again, just like Digimon Cyber Sleuth, No More Heroes has the fucking Danganronpa composer, and the music in this game also fucking slaps. And also, the gameplay kind of has that, you know, 2000s hack and slash vibe to it that I really like. And also the art style is awesome too, and I'll say again, the game is just super funny. And really glad Sosi got to show me this game, because I've known about No More Heroes for a while. It's just that I didn't get around to playing it, and I was just like, well, you know what, I'll follow up on what I said for Sonic Frontiers, and I'll watch a game that I want to play and just watch somebody else do it. And yeah, I ended up really enjoying this game a lot. It was really fun to watch. We ended up having like 8 streams of it. It was so enjoyable. Anyways, we got the final game of 2025 that my friends played, and that is Monster Hunter 2, which is, well, I'll just start off by saying, my friends, when I say my friends, I mostly mean Seb. I'll volunteer for something like what you said. Yeah, you can. Seb brought up to me, hey, why don't you do anything with Dorian? And my main excuse was, well, I don't really know what Dorian should play. Or I don't really know what he'd want to play. And so I think I DM'd him one day and I said, Dorian, we need something for you to play. You haven't played anything before for the channel. And he brought up Monster Hunter, and I was like, okay, I'd be down to watch some Monster Hunter, because I don't really want to play Monster Hunter myself, but I'd be down to watch somebody play Monster Hunter. And so, I'm not really too sure how Dorian decided on Monster Hunter 2, but I'm glad he did, because Monster Hunter 2 has been a pretty chill and also funny experience so far. It's also a pretty weird first experience with Monster Hunter 2, because a lot of people start with 3 or Rise or any of those other ones, not 2. But hey, if we didn't play Monster Hunter 2, we wouldn't have gotten Gah. That's the quote of Monster Hunter 2. Like, if Code Vein is I choose to eat, and if Papa's is nutting on burgers, Monster Hunter 2 is Gah. That's the meme of Monster Hunter 2. So we get one funny moment out of it, and that's something we can joke about every episode if we need something to bring up. And It is honestly just pretty chill, and, you know, Dorian overall is a pretty chill guy too, so it kind of blends itself well with the repetitive but also kind of relaxed nature of Monster Hunter, of just doing tasks and killing monsters for new weapons and materials and stuff. So, it's helping me get interested in the Monster Hunter gameplay. Anyways, that'll be it for the friends section. I'm gonna take another drink. I'm gonna take another, well, yeah, I'm gonna go top up my drink. And, I'll be back in a little bit, and we will do the third, section of tonight, which will be the final one. So, I will be back in a bit. I get back and I read, Jose saying, "Get drunk." Robbie says, "I drank some vodka earlier." Jose says, "Lol, you drunkard." That's pretty funny. Funnily enough, I've actually never been drunk in my life. I don't know what it's like, but people say it is definitely a feeling. Anyways, we have the final category of tonight, which is the party game category, also called internally as Endless, because I don't really know what else to call it. There's gonna be a lot of Mario and stuff on here, so prepare your assholes. Alright, so the first game, well, big surprise, Super Mario RPG again. But this time it's the randomizer, because I did a few Mario RPG randomizer runs this year. Who could have seen that coming? So, I think I got a couple of PBs this year. Not too sure. I definitely got at least one, and I did, I think, a few more Mario RPG runs more towards the end of the year, after my Master Quest playthrough. And that was also when I found out how to use MSU1, which, if you guys don't know what MSU1 is, basically, it's a program that allows you to inject, like, high-quality music into Super Nintendo games. So basically, you can use an IPS patch to essentially put, like, CD quality music into your Super Nintendo games. And it's, like, honestly the coolest shit ever. I had no idea you could do this. And I've been having a lot of fun with it, because I was able to get a Super Mario RPG Remake soundtrack working in the SNES version. So it is just mind-boggling to me that I can do a randomizer run of Mario RPG while the remake's music is playing in the background. It is so cool. I want to do it for more games in the future. I think NES games can also do it, although it might have a different name. It's a bit less covered, though, because I think the NES sound, like the NES sound files are a bit less documented than the Super Nintendo ones. But yeah, I could definitely see myself doing more Mario RPG randomizer runs. Although, now that that roguelike one is out, I don't know, I might try that out too, and who knows. Alright, who could have seen this coming? We played a lot of Trash Rebuffed this year. Can I count just how many fucking trash streams we did this year? Let me find out. Let's see. We did... I think we did like 40 or 50 trash streams this year, I want to say. We did a lot. We played a lot of trash this year. And I think, honestly, a lot of it is due to part that I got my SSD this year, which means trash loads quicker, which motivates me to play it more. And also, I got more people playing trash, so more people are, like, down to hop on and stuff. Because I got my SSD, I know this year, but I don't remember when I actually got it installed properly. Either way, around that time is when I started playing trash more often with my friends. Like, we play it on, like, a weekly basis. Sometimes we play it, like, twice a week. It kind of reminds me of the olden Smash Ultimate days, but let's not bring those up. Either way, there were some times where I used to play Smash a lot, and this kind of phase, that kind of like part of the year where we play trash a lot, kind of gave me those vibes where we play it like twice a week. We played a lot of trash. I haven't been playing Trash as much lately because I feel like now it's a bit more special to play Trash when I add a bunch of shit now, because I kind of have been modding it a little bit recently. Mostly adding new music because I figured out how to break the music limit, and I can add more than 1,000 songs now, which is motivating me more. And, you know, every now and then I add some characters, and obviously my friends have encouraged me to do voice mods for them, so that's kind of also helped me come back to it. So yeah, speaking of which, we're gonna stream some Trash on the night of the 1st of January. So if anybody's free for that, let me know and we can play some Trash that night. You know, it's gonna be the New Year's, a new year, a new group of Trash, you know? Expect some more Trash, and maybe eventually I'll fucking update Trash finally, because I'm still on an old-ass version, and I'm too lazy to update, because I don't want to have to spend a day updating all my mods. I'm too lazy. Alright, now the next game we played a lot of this during the middle of the year, not so much during the start or the end. VR Chat. We played a lot of VR Chat this year, too. This is probably, like, the comeback of VR Chat, I want to say. Well, let me see. Yeah, I think it was around, yeah, it was around the start of this year that we started playing VR Chat a lot more often. We kind of stopped playing it a lot less around, like, the ending of summertime, because I kind of got bored of it. But I think the people who really got me back into VR Chat was Porter and Nathan. Those two really got me back into VR Chat. And that's kind of what pushed me to play it a lot more often with my friends. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty chill. There are a lot of, like, toxic and, you know, let's just say illegal sides to VR Chat, but I don't really associate myself with those circles. I just kind of vibe in my own random world and just talk about bullshit with my friends while I have a fucking random-ass avatar with big boobs or, you know, fucking Pepsi Man or whatever the hell. That kind of shit. So, VR Chat's fun in a vacuum. It's just, I don't want to play it too much or I'll get burnt out like I do with Trash or Mario Kart, you know? Anyways, next game is another game that we played quite a bit. I don't know how much, but we definitely played it. Insane Car Wii. I couldn't find a better image, but yeah, we played a lot of Insane Car Wii this year as well. I mean, I remember I had my Mario Kart 8 phase where I didn't want to play Mario Kart Wii, and now I'm back in my Mario Kart Wii phase again. And Insane Car Wii is lots of fun still, because every time I play it, I still find new tracks to play on, because considering there's 5,000 racetracks, I'm never going to see them all, which is awesome, which means there's always going to be something new to see in this game. And that's kind of what keeps me coming back to Insane Car Wii. We always play new tracks, and I always show off my Revo and all that, because, you know, every now and then Zach will say, like, hey, update your Revo, which I actually did update my Revo a couple days ago. I finished Luigi voice mod. And I'll probably work on my Revo more this year, because I'm going to try and be less busy with other things. I'm going to try and focus a bit less on DBE, and I'm going to try and finish binge watching all the YouTube videos I'm watching so I can get back to working on my Revo. I know, priorities. But yeah, usually Zach and Elijah and Luke will hop on for IKW, and it's always a fun time. We'll get back to playing more of it. Another game we played a lot this year, Mario 64 Co-op Deluxe. I do like me some Co-op Deluxe, you know. I kind of want to try and get more people on Co-op Deluxe, because bigger lobbies means more fun. I'm trying to remember what else we played besides 74 Extreme Edition, because that was like the big thing that we played towards the end of the year. Well, the thing is, I kind of have 64 named weird. Let me see, Co-op Deluxe. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't have it named properly. Is it called, like, Co-op Deluxe? Oh, yeah, it's like the word Deluxe, not DX, you know? So let's see, what did we play this year for SM64 Co-op Deluxe? We played only Up 64, like once. Oh yeah, we played Mario and the Dreamscape. That was the other hack that we played this year. So it was those two, and then 74 Extreme. Those were like the three big things we played this year. Although I wouldn't really call only Up 64 big, but Dreamscape and 74 Extreme, we played both of those. And honestly, I think that's a pretty good idea. Like, you know, like maybe like every like maybe 3 or 4 months we could play like a Mario 64 hack in Co-op Deluxe. Like, we don't have to be on Co-op Deluxe all the time, but whenever I do play Co-op Deluxe and whenever it, you know, runs decently on my computer, it's always a pretty fun time to just get the boys together to play some 64 Co-op Deluxe. And, you know, they still update this too. They're still adding new shit to Co-op Deluxe too, so it's a lot of fun. I would love to get more people onto it because you can never go wrong with a game of Mario 64. Anyways, I don't even know why this is in here, but apparently we played Smash Universe this year. I have my mixed feelings on Smash Universe these days. I know, Smash Universe is like, unfortunately, one of the poster childs of my channel because nobody else fucking covers it except for me, apparently, and maybe a few other people. Thing is, a lot of my friends tell me that, like, hey, when are we gonna play Universe again? To that, I say, I don't personally want to play it, but I would not be against letting my friends play it, because when they play it, it seems to be funny to them either way. So, in all due respect, I think I could see myself coming back to Universe just to watch my friends play it, if anything, because that can still be pretty fun, and people really like the Universe content for some reason. I don't really get it, honestly, anymore, but because I got kind of bored of it after playing it for so many sessions. That might be why. That might be why some of my friends aren't sick of it, because they haven't played it as much as me. I played it like 50 times, so I'm sick of it by now, but my friends, they have new stuff to discover, probably. So, never say never. You could maybe expect some Smash Universe streams in 2026. You never know. Alright, next up we got Infinite Craft, which, I really want to invert the colors here because it's painful on my eyes. Actually, wait, can I use a LUT? Do I have an inverted LUT here? Boom. There we go. Alright, much better on the eyes. So yeah, Infinite Craft is a surprise hit of 2025 as well. We played a lot of Infinite Craft, although I think I'm personally kind of bored of it now. It was pretty novel at first, just like finding random ass discoveries. Like, I mean, it started out pretty simple, and then it got to a point of like, we're doing really stupid shit like Yosuke's breakfast and Cooking Mama fries animals, or Cooking Mama goes to Brazil, and we just find like the stupidest fucking shit in Infinite Craft, and that's what makes it funny to me. That's the good stuff. But I feel like even though you know, it's in the name, it's infinite, I feel like I've kind of run its course with Infinite Craft. I got kind of bored of it. I don't really know if I want to continue playing it. Infinite Craft is usually just a game I'll pop up if I don't really know what else to play, you know, but I think we could probably do better. We can probably find newer things to play. I mean, there's always trash. Hell, I could even, I was even thinking about getting back into Mario vs. Luigi, not gonna lie. But I'll have to see what the boys think about that one. And we could, you know, just try and expand our games a bit. Also, I just got a message from Dominic. He just said Happy New Year's. That's gonna be, it's nice to get some Happy New Year's wishes from people. Yeah, you know what? Let me just take a small break to wish everybody a Happy New Year's. Yeah. Alright. That's gonna be the one message from Dominic that I get this year, is him saying Happy New Year's. Here's hoping that he'll actually want to play with me later. Anyways, next up, we got Inverted Jackbox 7. No, just kidding. We played a lot of Jackbox 7 this year. I think we played Jackbox 3 like once, but I didn't include it in here because it was kind of unnoteworthy, honestly. But I mean, I'll just use Jackbox 7 as an excuse to talk about Jackbox in general, because this is one of those games that will pop open like every month or two to just make a bunch of stupid jokes that we've come up and stored over the course of the past few months, you know, since we last played it. And whenever we play Jackbox, there's always two things we go for. We go for Quiplash, and then we go for the drawing game. And that like consistency and rhythm always ends up being like super funny. I mean, you know, in all fairness, I don't think we've ever played Blather Round in Jackbox 7. I don't know if I even want to risk it, because what if it goes badly? I don't know. Maybe sometime if I'm feeling risky that day, because I tried Talking Points and I know that was kind of mid. But you can never go wrong with Quiplash and Champed Up. Those are always fun regardless. You know, we need to find a Jackbox session where we play Champed Up more than once, because the cool thing about Champed Up is if you play a second round of Champed Up with the same players, you actually get to keep your drawings as, like, competition. And that's, like, kind of some cool, like, what do you call it? I was gonna say consistency, but that's not really the word. Continuity, yeah. You get, like, some continuity between your games, which is really cool. You don't see a lot of Jackbox games that do that. Which is why sometimes I encourage people is like, hey, let's do a second round Champed Up, because you get to keep your drawings as like potential backup, you know, it's really neat. But you can definitely expect some Jackbox streams as well. Those are always funny. I know not everybody's into it, but a good majority of my friends like playing it. Except Jose and Zeppi. They don't really give a shit about it, but whatever. Anyways, big surprise, Paper Mario is here again. I did my fair share of Paper Mario Rando runs this year. That's something that I'm probably never going to stop doing. Even though I mean, usually when I play the randomizer strategy, usually when I play Paper Mario Randomizer, it's because of a new update. In fact, you know what? Why don't we check the website right now and see if there's a new update? Like, I'll check the website like every few weeks to see, like, is there a new version? Seems like there isn't. So, yeah. And I mean, usually a new version of the Paper Mario Randomizer will come out like every 2 or 3 months, and then that'll be like, okay, let's try getting a PB now, and let's use those new settings. This has been one of the better years for the Paper Mario Randomizer because the Star Spirit Randomizer got released, and that really speeds up my runs a lot. And it kind of adds a bit of extra, it kind of adds like an extra thing to collect. So overall, I see it as a win-win, fun addition to the randomizer. So yeah, you could probably expect some more randos and maybe try and, I mean, the likelihood of a new PB is getting slimmer and slimmer every time I do a rando, but you never know, I might get one. Apparently, I played Budokai Tenkaichi a few times this year. I don't really remember much about it. I think I played it once with Gan, and I played it once with Benji, and that's about it. I mean, I suck ass at this game, I'll just be honest. But it is funny. It can be a pretty funny game with how, like, janky and dated it is. But, I don't know much about Dragon Ball, but I do know I like Budokai Tenkaichi 3. It is a pretty funny fighting game. I mean, I can't say it's a game I entirely, like, want to go back to and play. I feel like I've seen most there is to see in this game. But I mean, hey, if any of my Dragon Ball friends hit me up and say like, hey, I want to specifically play Budokai Tenkaichi, I mean, I won't say no. It's at least something to play with them, and it can be funny. So, yeah, good on you, Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Maybe I'll give the first 2 games a try. You never know. Alright, next up is Mario Party 6. I don't really have a lot of recollection of playing Mario Party 6 this year either, because I'm more in a party project mood, which we'll get to in a little bit. I think we did like 2 or 3 Mario Party 6 sessions. And I mean, there's nothing really wrong with Mario Party 6. You can't really go wrong with it. It's always a fun time. It's still one of the best Mario Party games. It's just, I don't really have a lot to say on it that I haven't said already in the previous few, like, years that I played it. Now here's something I kind of, like, regret. Do you guys remember when I worked on my Super Mario Bros. X level this year? Because, I haven't gone back to doing that. I've been so, like, focused on Down Bad Edition that I just completely neglected the level that I started last year. And, honestly, it's probably gonna stay that way for a while. But the times that I did spend working on my level were a very fun one, and I'm gonna not make the mistake that my 12-year-old self made and not keep the levels, the level data. I think I do have the raw level data still. It's just it doesn't line up in modern SMBX anymore, which is kind of a shame, honestly. But, yeah, I've gotten a lot better at making levels recently, though, which I will say. It's not like I'm a godlike level designer or anything, but, there is just something really relaxing and fun about making levels. But, since I'm, like, so focused on DB, I haven't really had the motivation to work on it, but it is there. If I want to go back to it and work on it, it is there, and I might do that. Alright, we got Party Project. Hell yeah. This has been one of the best, like, party games that my friends introduced me to this year. I think it was Sosuke or Jamie who introduced me to it. And, holy shit, this is like everything that I wanted from Mario Party Jamber Mid. I think that's probably why Party Project clicked with me so much. And it's because of the fact that I had such a disappointing and bad experience with Mario Party Jamber Mid that I was like, I need a good Mario Party to play now. And Party Project filled that hole for me. Like, it's got quick, snappy gameplay, it's got a lot of customization, you can add custom characters, there's a lot of mini-games, all the mini-games are good, and there's a fuck ton of boards. It's just, like, it's got everything good in it, and it's so much fun. And, I think it's probably, like, one of our most played party games now, too. Like, we've played it more than Mario Party 5, 6, and 7. We've played all of those games quite a lot. And I think we've played Party Project more than that now, which is hilarious, because we've only played Party Project for 1 year, and we've played 5, 6, and 7 for, like, years and years. I think. Something like that. So, yeah, I love me some Party Project. I recommend go watching that, because it's very fun. Alright, the next game is Ship of Harkinian. I couldn't really find a better image, so just have this image from their website. So, Ship of Harkinian is the PC port of Ocarina of Time. And there's a very specific version of Ship of Harkinian that me and Sosuke played, where we got multiplayer co-op to work, and it was using, like, something called Anchor. And not only was it co-op and multiplayer, but it was also with the randomizer. So we did Zelda Ocarina of Time on PC with the randomizer, with widescreen, and with co-op, which is amazing. I kind of do have, like, I do really like watching Zelda randomizers. but I'm also really bad at Zelda, and I don't have a lot of knowledge about them. And so I always tell myself, like, ugh, I don't know if I should watch a randomizer because I don't know enough about the game. But, like, what better way to learn about the game than play the randomizer? I wouldn't have become so familiar with Paper Mario if I didn't play the randomizer, you know? So I feel like maybe I should give Zelda randomizers more of a fair chance and watch more of them, you know? But it's been a lot of fun. We've actually done 2 rando runs. We did like a casual default settings seed, and then we did like a chaos seed where we had like 100 gold Skulltulas and like everything was randomized. Honestly, we could probably do another one next year. I'd be down. And maybe I could add a timer to it somehow, although I don't know how that's gonna work with I don't really know how it's gonna work when I split up the sessions. Because it's kind of difficult to, well, actually, I could just do, like, a normal, I could do, like, a regular-ass timer. I don't need splits or anything. It's a lot more difficult with splits, but with just the timer on its own, you could just have the timer start at a specific time. And we could, like, see how fast can we beat it, you know? Alright, so we got Repo. We played Repo a few times on the channel. I think I actually bought this game too. Like it's one of the last Steam games that I've bought in a while. And I forget who got me into Repo. I think it was Alex. I think Alex got me into Repo. Is either that or Zach or something. I just know I played it like 2 or 3 times. I thought it was fun. It's kind of got that same jank that Lethal Company has that we played once. We only played Lethal Company one time. Kind of a shame. Kind of a shame we never went back to it, but yeah, Repo is it's like funnier. It's funnier than Lethal Company though, because you got your funny like android looking dudes, as I call them. They just look like the android mascot. And we definitely had some funny moments from it, but I don't really see myself going back to Repo, though, honestly. Unless there's, like, some big-ass update and my friends can somehow convince me to go back to it, but otherwise, I had fun with it the few times I played it. You know, I definitely had more fun with it than I did Among Us, that's for sure. And I think I might have enjoyed it more than Lethal Company as well. So, yeah, I don't know what it is with me and having those games that I play like 1 or 2 times with my friends and then I never go back to them. Same thing happened with Content Warning. We never end up going back to Content Warning either, surprisingly. Okay, so I did lie. I did play something else with Marquise this year. We did play Smash Remix. Now, I think this was around the time when the 2.0 update for Smash Remix came out, and they added a bunch of new characters and stuff. And Marquise brought up, was like, hey, why don't we check out the new update for Smash Remix? And I was like, alright, sure. And I feel like playing Smash 64 this way has kind of helped me gain a new appreciation for it. I mean, don't get me wrong, Smash 64 is nowhere near as good as Melee, and it's definitely got a lot of jank that I'm not too big on. A lot of the moves feel really laggy in 64, which, it's not the greatest feeling in the world, but then again, Melee also feels kind of laggy too. But there is that charm, there is that, like, old-ass charm to it, and maybe someday I'll play, that's the thing, though. I say, like, am I ever gonna do a full playthrough of Smash 64 someday? Like, there's not even really that much to do in Smash 64, though, is the thing. It's like, you do the 1P mode with all the characters, you unlock all the characters, and that's about it. Like, there's not really all that much else to do in the game. Like, I guess you could do the target test with all the characters, you could do board the platforms. I feel like a lot of that, you could probably do all that shit in, like, I don't know, like, maybe, like, 4 episodes. It wouldn't be that long or interesting of a series, if you ask me, but... Anyways, on the topic of Smash Remix, I do love all the characters in the game. Like, I remember, I know I really liked Conker and Marina, and some of the other, and there's a lot of cool stages in there too. So, pretty impressive hack. Like, it's kind of cool what they can get working on the fucking 64. It's like, you got all these custom movesets and shit. It's really impressive. Not even just that, but they got like custom voice lines and music and all that. And yeah, Smash Remix is like a pretty competent mod, all things considered. Don't know if I'll be going back to it anytime soon, but I mean, I do have it. Alright, next up, we have Risk of Rain 2, which we did actually play a couple times this year. This was like the one and only time that Dominic finally decided to start being a friend again and actually get on and play shit. And I know Nathan also got on and played it. I mean, it's funny. You wanna know who I haven't heard from in a long ass time? I have not heard from Ricky in a long ass time. I don't know if I don't even remember if he even has a computer though. That's the thing. If he does, maybe he can get on Risk of Rain 2 on there. But Nathan was kind of like a stand-in for Ricky when we played Risk of Rain 2 on the PC. And I mean, it's been pretty fun. It is Happy New Year's. It's gonna be Happy New Year's for me in like 40 minutes. Hopefully I can finish up my ramble before New Year's hits. That's, I guess, my goal for right now. I do really want to get better at Risk of Rain 2 because I'm really ass at the game. But also I don't feel like putting in the practice and grinding off screen, you know? I feel like I just want to play Risk of Rain 2 on stream, and that'll be how I get better. It's just I play the game with my friends more often, and I'll get better that way, you know? Because it is a fun game. I really like the gameplay loop of just getting buffs and killing things quicker, you know? I even asked Dominic earlier today, like, hey, should we do Risk of Rain 2 this week? Don't know if he's gonna respond to it, but maybe I'll bug him... Maybe I'll bug him Friday morning. How about that? Friday morning, I'll be like, hey, Dominic, we should get on Risk of Rain 2, you know? And I'll see if he says anything. Because I did hear from him that he is free more often in the mornings. It was wild how they celebrate in El Salvador. Hey, I mean, at least you're having a good New Year's. I mean, I don't really care too much. It is a nice feeling, but the fucking fireworks are annoying as shit, personally. Oh yeah, hey, here's another game we played a little bit. I played the Sonic Racing Crossworlds demo. I don't really have a better image, but here you go. Have all the, like, Crossworld characters. I liked what I played of the Crossworlds open... What was it called? The open network test? Yeah. It was pretty fun. I mean, we got everybody together and we just played Sonic Racing Crossworlds for a couple hours. And, it's kind of getting me into the Sonic Racing series, you know? You like a little adventure, like Sonic Adventure. I mean, Sonic Racing Crossworlds is definitely a lot different from Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed, from what I've heard. Maybe I can still play those games someday, but I don't see myself actually buying Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I know Dominic and Nathan were no-lifing the shit out of this game for a long time, which kind of pushes me away from it, not gonna lie. I don't wanna end up like that either. I don't wanna no-life this game, as fun as it is. But I think this has probably one of the best rosters too. Like, I love they brought the Babylon rogues back. A bunch of other characters get to shine again, and all that good stuff. Transform has variety. Yeah, I mean, this game also has variety. I like all the Crossworld tracks. Like, I love all the Sonic Unleashed representation in Crossworlds. Really makes you feel like they should be doing a Sonic Unleashed port soon, but who knows. Alright guys, we got another one of my favorite games from this year. Boom Street. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this either. This is a game I wanted to play for a long-ass time, actually. But we're just finally getting around to it. I want to say like a couple months ago. Or something like that. I think it was either Sosuke or Jamie again who approached me about, hey, we should play Boom Street. And we should make this our like, next party game. Transform plays like GX? Oh, that makes sense, considering Sega made the GX engine. That makes a lot of sense. Wait, actually, wasn't, I'm pretty sure Sonic and Sega All-Stars wasn't made by Sonic Team, right? Transformed has Heavy Bravo, does it? Well, that's funny. And, oh yeah, Mission Mode. That's something that Crossworlds doesn't have. Well, anyways, back to Boom Street. Well, let me see. I like Monopoly, and Boom Street is basically just Monopoly, but with Mario and Dragon Quest, which is, by the way, a series that I don't have any connection to, personally. But the funny thing about Boom Street is that it's actually making me want to play Dragon Quest, which I think is probably the coolest takeaway from this. I mean, just look at Zeppy, he's going through his Jessica Albert phase right now, which, I don't blame him. I do really like Jessica. I've been kind of going on a Jessica spree lately. And, it's just a really fun game. I mean, sometimes games can go on for 4 hours, which, fuck, in any other game, like in fucking Jamber Mid, I would just be like, oh, get the game over with already. But in the case of Boom Street, like, I'm like, yeah, like, fucking bring it on. I'm down for a 4-hour game, which I can't say about other games. Oh yeah, that's right, Team Fortress is in the PC version of Transformed. Fucking forgot about that. Forgot how funny that is. Oh yeah, and can't forget that it also has Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, I am talking about how I simp for Jessica. I am not ashamed in the slightest. I mean, she's front and center. She's front and center on the fucking, like, the cover right here. They prioritize her so much. It's like, yeah, sure Mario's there and the slime's there, but look, Jessica's like right in the front view of the characters that they want to represent Boom Street. So, after all, how could I not? And, yeah, there is also Bianca from Dragon Quest V. Oh, she's from 5. Okay. Zebby's been sending me a few pieces of art of her. But overall, it is just nice getting more acquainted with Dragon Quest, and that is kind of on my bucket list of series to play. You know what? Yeah, she kind of does look like Android 18. You're right about that. I think honestly though, the funniest thing about the Boom Street cover for me is just how DK is just looking at them and he's like, what the fuck? Who are these people? Hey, look, it's Boom Street where Jessica can be broken, DK can AFK. That's a great way of explaining the last session we had. Yeah, and the great thing about Boom Street for me though right now is I'm not cracked at it, so I'm actually like struggling, and that's good. I don't want to just solo a game. I'm still learning new things about how to play and how to like invest in the stock market and how to build my properties and stuff. And that's what I find enjoyable about it. And I mean, also the characters are just very nice. Oh yeah, if you played Boom Street by yourself, like, fuck that. You gotta play against the CPUs who cheat. I mean, it is Monopoly, but I like Monopoly, so it's just a fun time. I don't really have much else to say about it. We're gonna play more Boom Street in 2026. There's still a bunch of fun boards to discover. You can also play as a boring ass me. Great. All right, guys, we're almost done. This is kind of like I'm gonna like speed run through these next two really quick because I don't have much to say about them. We played WarioWare Mega Party Games one night. Do you guys remember that? I don't. It was kind of mid. I'm still going to I'm still going to say I don't care for WarioWare. I've never really liked WarioWare, honestly. I played it as a kid, and I played it recently. I just don't really care for the microgames thing. And Intelligent Systems keeps trying to fucking push WarioWare as like this big thing. But the thing is, you buy a WarioWare game for like 80 bucks, you beat the campaign in an hour, and then you're fucking done with it. And then what the fuck are you gonna do? Try and get a high score? I don't know, man. It never vibed with me. I just never cared for it. And also, I don't like that WarioWare has just fucking killed the Wario Land series. So it's just always left a bad taste. I've never liked it that much. And that kind of settles it. Holy shit, is that a repeat? Is that a repick song I hear? Okay, there we go. Anyways, I'm also gonna speed run through this real quick because I don't even think I should really include this, but fuck it, it is a game I technically played this year. Apparently, I played BlazBlue Central Fiction with Robbie like that one time. Literally, the only reason we played this, though, by the way, was so we could test out his parsec. It wasn't even really meant to like be a series or like even a stream. I just recorded it because I felt like it, and I was just like, hey guys, I played BlazBlue Central Fiction. It was okay, but dealing with parsec lag didn't really make it that enjoyable for me, so I mean, cool. It's cool, I guess. I played BlazBlue. I don't know if it's necessarily a series I'm all that interested in, but it does have good music, I will say that, and the character designs are pretty cool. Alright, the last party game of the year is Sonic Shuffle, which, by the way, is better than Mario Party Jammer Mid. Yeah, so, a lot of people like the shit on this game, and yes, it does have its flaws, but the thing is I feel like Sonic Shuffle is best enjoyed as a game when you're like high as fuck or drunk, and you just want to like shut your brain off and play a shitty like Mario Party knockoff with Sonic characters. When you contextualize it like that, Sonic Shuffle is actually pretty great. Because we've done 2 episodes of Sonic Shuffle now, and when to engage mod playthrough? I don't know, whenever you guys get off your lazy ass and install them. I'm not installing them, fuck that. You guys can figure that out, and I'll watch. But yeah, Sonic Shuffle has been consistently really funny both times we played it. I'd argue maybe I think it was even funnier the second time. Yeah, and we got the beautiful Knuckles must rest for one turn meme out of it. We have him installed, dumbass? Okay, well, awesome. Then, yeah, we could probably expect an Engage playthrough, but on a tangent, would you rather do the Engage mod playthrough first, or would you rather do Shadows of Valentia first? Because that's actually a new game that I haven't seen. Because I've already seen Engage. I feel like Shadows of Valentia will be a bit more interesting, and then as a bonus, then we could do the Engage playthrough, you know what I mean? But Sonic Shuffle has just been kind of an interesting series because it's also gotten me back into using Redream and learning about how the fucking Dreamcast works. And it also makes me realize that when you have something like Sonic Shuffle, you know, Dreamcast games don't actually look all that good. Jose's playing Shadows of Valentia? Okay. Yeah, Sonic Shuffle, you turn your brain off and you just laugh your ass off with your friends while stupid shit happens in this game. It's also one of those games where, like, you don't really care who wins. Unlike in Mario Party, where you kind of care about who's winning, Sonic Shuffle is just an experience. You don't really care who the fuck wins. You just want to play a game and just crack some jokes, and that's what I think is best. I think that's how you should play this game, honestly. Because it has so many baffling design decisions, like having to land on the shop to buy stuff, or having to land on the Precious Stone space to buy it. And oh yeah, by the way, you don't outright buy it. You have to fucking do a mini game, or you have to roll high enough to actually get it. And that's what makes it so funny. But, I've rambled for almost 3.5 hours. I'm a little lightheaded, I'll admit. I think that's enough games to talk about. Yeah. But I think I'll have one more category, but it's not going to involve any images. I'm just going to ramble a little bit longer before I go to bed. Because I also want to talk about what games I want to play in the year of 2026. I feel like that's an important part to mention. You know, people always talk about their New Year's resolution, right? Well, my New Year's resolution is, why don't we just talk about what games I'm going to play this year? Because I have some ideas on what I want to play. Obviously, I'm going to play that Mario RPG roguelike that I talked about. I'm going to probably also try and get back to doing Tower of Trials. Tower of Trials might just be like that game that I play whenever I need like a rando run or something, you know? It's not going to be something I'm going to be actively doing. But I also consider it a series because it has an achievement system. There's like something I'm ultimately working towards, you know? I'm going to be playing Kingdom Hearts this year. That's going to be one of the standouts because I've never played Kingdom Hearts and I want to get into the series. So probably sometime in January or February, I'm going to be playing Kingdom Hearts 1.5. Or yeah, that's the remaster of it, of the PS2 game. So that'll be a fun experience. I'm also going to play Ninja Gaiden Black. That's probably also going to be something I play. See, I remember like a couple of years ago, I made kind of a time frame of like when I want to play the games. I'm not going to do that because it just creates extra stress. I'll play them when I feel like it and when I get to them, because I have a bunch of shit that I want to go through, and I'll just play them whatever order I feel like. Ninja Gaiden Black is one of those. I feel like, I mean, Ninja Gaiden Black definitely won't take as long as Kingdom Hearts, which means I might do Ninja Gaiden Black before Kingdom Hearts. Legacy of Rust multiplayer. Oh yeah, there's that too. We're gonna play Doom co-op, basically, is like one way to call it. I also want to play Super Metroid and Metroid Prime 3. I want to try and see if I can play 2 Metroid games this year. I'm going to play a classic Metroid and then Prime 3, which is the newest game that I have yet to play. So that's another idea. Obviously, we're going to be playing literally the moment that Seb, Sosuke, and Aaron are free. We're going to play Partners in Time co-op, which is an idea that we've had kind of chilling in the back of our heads for about a year. So there's one thing. I mean, if I really want, maybe I can try and get the fucking Mario vs. Donkey Kong Mini Mario Amiibo game working. That's gonna be a tough one because I don't know how to emulate Amiibos. I mean, that's like a maybe because that's gonna take some research to get going. Don't play that. Come on, it's like the last Mario vs. Donkey Kong game. Shit is ass. Well, sometimes playing ass games is part of the fun, you know? Oh yeah, Pac-Man World 3. I gotta play that. That's another game I really want to play. I don't know. I don't hear anybody talk about the Mini Mario Amiibo game. The only thing I know about it is that it's stupid that they lock the entire game away behind Amiibo functionality, which is why I'm probably just going to emulate some Amiibos and scan them in, you know, through my Wii U homebrew or whatever. That's how I'll do it. It's either that or I try and use it through Cemu. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet. Because I could get the game on my actual Wii U with my crappy-ass 2-hour Wii U gamepad battery, or I can just play it through Cemu, which will probably be easier, but there might be some missing sound and graphical issues. Fuck Amiibo. I still have some Amiibo chilling on my windowsill. I just kind of have them sitting there. They don't really do anything. They just kind of stare out my window and burn it. What's another game I want to play? Because I talked about KH, I talked about Ninja Gaiden. I mean, I'll probably find some time to play some Mega Man games. I mean, maybe I could play, I still want to play Extreme 1 and 2, and, you know what, maybe I'll start off by playing Wily's Revenge. Wily's Revenge will be a good one to start off with, because that game is not too long, and, I mean, it's difficult. Probably the length will come from how difficult it is. But I think it'll be a good time regardless. Oh god, not this fucking song. Alright. Trying to look. What else can I play? Maybe Mario Advance? Oh yeah, Twilight Princess. I'm trying to think about when I want to play Twilight Princess, because I'm still not motivated to play that. I'm gonna be honest with you, Jose. I would rather play Zelda 2 or Zelda 1 before I play Twilight Princess. I've been really in the mood for Zelda 2 lately. I kind of want to play that, so maybe I'll do that. I mean, you can always take a break after Legacy of Rust, and we can figure out what to do after that. Maybe we can do a Ninja Gaiden race or something. Maybe we could try that. Try and get good at Ninja Gaiden so we can do a race on it. I don't know. I kind of want to play Zelda 2 first, because Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 are so different anyway, so I don't think it'll matter. Because I've already played Zelda 2 a little bit. I never beat it, but I played a bunch of it. I got like halfway into it. I haven't played Zelda 1 though, so I might just go in backwards order. They're not gameplay mechanically the same. That's more of what I'm saying. It's not that big of a deal if I play it out of order. Since I've already played Zelda 2 anyways, I'll be more familiar with it, so it'll be easier to get into. What else can I play? I still need to play Wario Master of Disguise. That's a game that I have on my to-play list. I don't know if I'm gonna play it in... I don't know when I'm gonna play that, though. Maybe I'll save that for December or something. Because I usually play Wario games in winter for some reason. I don't know why, that's kind of a tradition. What else? There's got to be like another game I had on my list. I'm this close to finishing the Child Timeline games. Oh, I know what I could play. I could play Chrono Trigger. That's a game I could always try out. I mean, considering I finished Secret of Mana and Trials of Mana, maybe it's finally time I play Chrono Trigger. That would actually be a really good one. I also want to... I mean, obviously, we're also going to play Pokemon X and Y. I'm thinking I'm going to play Y, and then Aaron's going to play X. So that'll be fun. You can probably expect a Touhou game from me. You can probably expect Touhou 11 playthrough. Maybe another Doom playthrough. I mean, besides Legacy of Rust, I might play Doom PS1 if I'm really feeling up to it. I mean, I can always look at my bucket list. Maybe I'll play Yoshi, a Yoshi game, because I haven't played a Yoshi game since Yoshi's Island on the Game Boy Advance. I was thinking about maybe playing Woolly World, to be honest. It's either I play Woolly World or I play Yoshi's Island DS. I'm not too sure yet. Because Yoshi's Woolly World is the objectively better game, but DS is the next game after it. And yeah, I'd be down to check out Chrono Cross. Not immediately after, like maybe a year gap or something in between them. I could also play the Professor Layton and Ace Attorney crossover. I could play... obviously, I could play Resident Evil 1. That was another game I was thinking about playing. I could play... Oh yeah, I gotta play Persona 4 this year. That's another thing. I gotta play Persona 4 Golden before Revival comes out. Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, you could show me the Xeno games. Oh yeah, right. I remember what I was gonna say. I want to play a Neptunia game this year. I don't know which one yet because I don't think did I play any Neptunia in 2025? I don't think I did. I think I did, right? Actually, I didn't. I didn't play any Neptunia in 2025. That's actually pretty surprising. I think I was gonna over the summer, and then I decided, like, no. And then I was gonna for winter as well, and then I didn't. Rebirth 3. That's gonna be more of a personal playthrough, right? You're not gonna, like, show me that game, you're just gonna play it on your own, even though I would like to watch some people play Neptunia. I still haven't decided if I want to play Sisters vs. Sisters or Mark II, though. My heart's telling me Mark II, but logically I feel like it'd be better to play Sisters. I don't know. Xenosaga's Jose's emotional breakdown. Maybe I'll get Mark II. Hyperdimension? Maybe. I'd be down. I mean, I really want to play Mark II, because Mark II is a weird-ass game, and it's been a little while since I've played Rebirth 2 that it might feel fresh enough. Cry every cutscene. Oh, Mega Dimension. Oh, yes, Mega Dimension's so good, bro. That's, like, the best Neptunia. Yeah, so there's some options. I'm gonna keep looking at my bucket list, because I have other things. Oh, yeah, I have Kirby Squeak Squad marked down here. That's a game I could play. DK64 is another one. Sonic Advance 3 or Sonic Rush. I was thinking about just skipping Advance 3 and going straight to Sonic Rush, because that could be fun. Actually, Jose, would you be down for watching me play Sonic Rush? Because I want to play that too. Xenosaga Episode 3 is the only game that emotionally broke me down. Squeak Squad, but no SSU. Probably because I've never played Squeak Squad, and I have played Ultra. I'd rather try I try to try some new games, you know? Every now and then, yeah, I'll play like a game I've already played, but I want to try and focus on new games. Besides that, there's not really too many other games that I have marked down here that I want to play. I guess, like, there's some Final Fantasies in there, but Final Fantasy is quite a commitment. Fuck. Alright. I feel like... You know what, Jose? I feel like you and Nathan would get along pretty well, because Nathan also wanted me to play Rush. I think Dominic, too. Don't want to play Rush, but I mean, Rush is not a very long game, so... I'll consider playing it sometime this year. Sonic Rush Adventure is better, huh? I heard Rush Adventure is more grindy, though, so I don't know. I guess I'll see how I feel when I play them. Yeah, because fuck Advance 3, am I right? Just skip it and go straight to Rush, because they're better. It's not too grindy? Okay, well, that has me better hopes about playing it. XCOM 2 could be funny. Yeah, sure. I mean, at this point, I'm down to just watch it, just about anything. Rush does have Funi music. It's pretty short. Alright, I'm hearing some definitely more positive things. So yeah, there's lots of funny games we can play in the year of 2026. I don't think I'm gonna run out of ideas. In fact, I might not even get to all of my ideas. Oh yeah, Dragon Quest VIII. That's another game I want to play this year. Fuck. I think I'm gonna prioritize Persona 4 over Dragon Quest VIII because Dragon Quest. I mean, Dragon Quest can wait, but I really need to do Persona 4 before Revival comes out. And if you're asking what version I'm gonna play, I'm probably going to play the PS2 version because I think the PS2 version's better. I've heard good things about both. So I don't think there really is a definitive version. You can make everybody as soldiers. And yes, I will do it for Jessica. Jessica's like the biggest reason why I want to play it. It's kind of like a you watch you think you're going into a hentai for some Gunnar stuff, and then you end up being invested in the plot. That's kind of what, you know. I'm playing Dragon Quest VIII for Jessica, and then I'm gonna come out enjoying the story and the music probably. You know, knowing my ass. So there's a lot to look forward to. I really wish I could just play all of them at once, but I know I can't. It's not fair. But I'm gonna have to think about what I want to start the year with, because that's the... You know, maybe we can start 2026 simple, you know? Maybe I can start the year off with some shit games. No, some short games, like Wily's Revenge and stuff. I think that could be a good way to start it off. So I can play Wily's Revenge, maybe I can play Mega Man 2 right after. I can play Sonic Rush. I'll try and get those games ready for when we play them. That could be fun. Seb gets mind controlled by an alien and shoots Aaron in the face. Alright, what's your game, Zeppy? We got some good ideas for games to play. I mean, I'm probably gonna get ready to go to bed in like an hour and end the stream in like 10 minutes, so we'll just have a few other like ideas before I go, and I'll just make this like a 4-hour stream. Forza Horizon 6, yeah, that's pretty much a no-brainer, honestly. I don't know if I'll actually play any Metal Gear this year, because we still have no news on if the Metal Gear, like, what is it called? If Master Collection Volume 2 is even real? Would I do DQ5 after DQ8? I mean, it's not like I have any better Dragon Quest games to play. I don't really have any personal, like, connection or knowledge about any of them. All I know about Dragon Quest is that Jordan has Dragon Quest XI on Steam, so that one is at least readily available, but I could get 8, and then I can get 5 on DS. I could always play Dragon Quest 1. I don't know if I'd want to go in order. I'll just go in whatever. I'll just play whatever ones I fucking feel like it. I don't always care about going in order. Try doing the PS2 version for Dragon Quest 8 or for 5. Was 5 ever on PS2? Or were we talking about 8 again? Because I was gonna play the PS2 version anyways. Oh, 5. I thought 5 was on DS. Maybe it is. Or is that 4? Maybe 4 is on DS. I don't remember. Either way, I know it'll be a fun time. DQ5 isn't released overseas on PS2. That's weird. I think that's it. I think that's all the ideas I have. I mean, there's not really too much else in my bucket list that I haven't said already. At least it's translated. But, okay, I'm definitely exhausted, so... I don't really have much else to say that I haven't said already, so... I guess I'm glad you guys like listening to me ramble about the games that I played this year, and I'm excited to see what people will play in the great year of 2026. You know, I have a great feeling about this year. People need to stop being so negative. People need to stop saying like, "Ooh, 2026 is just gonna be 2020 Part 6." It's like, shut the fuck up, man. Have a bit more optimism. I have a good feeling about every year. Every year has been fun. Even 2020 was fun. I got to experience Persona 5 Royal for the first time. I got to I got to play Mario 64 DS for the first time in years. You know, there's fun things that happen in every year. Maybe I don't remember everything I play, but that's why I catalog it, so I can go back and be like, oh yeah, I played that, you know? It's fun. I mean, hey, that's just the solo games I talked about. I didn't even talk about the party games that I could play. There's lots of shit we could... I mean, a lot of the party games are just shit that we've already been playing, you know, like Trash and Co-op Deluxe, but you never know. There's always time to find new things. Hell, we could even revisit old things. I mean, I keep bringing up Mario vs. Luigi. I wouldn't mind redoing that with my buds. Maybe getting some new people on board with that. You know, who knows? We could even meet some new friends in the year of 2026. That's always a possibility as well. You know, there's always new people to meet and new friends to gather. So, with that being said, I will see you guys in the great year of 2026, where we will play more funny things and create new memories. So, that's a fucking cheesy ass way to end the stream. Whatever. We're gonna play some shit. How about that? So, anyways, I will see you guys, I want to say tomorrow morning? I don't know yet. I don't know if I want to actually stream something in the morning or not, or if I just want to take it easy so I can go to the store and get some New Year's clearance sale stuff. Because I can bet there's going to be a lot of clearance sale stuff that I want to gather. And besides, I kind of want to get some more snacks for my house anyway. But hey, maybe I'll do some Wily's Revenge in the morning if I have time, or somebody might bug me to play something. Now that I think about it, we haven't played Code Vein yet this week, so there's always that. Actually, wait, it's gonna be Thursday in like 4 minutes for me, so yeah, we could do Code Vein after I go shopping. So, could do that. That's a good idea. Alright, well anyways, as always, make sure to like and subscribe to YouTube and Twitch. And, well, expect a bunch of interviews as well. That could be fun. You know, maybe instead of Code Vein, we could do some interviews. That's always a good idea. I'll ring up some people and we will talk about some games. So, that's generally what I feel like a lot of the first few weeks of 2026 will be, is just interviews. So, looking forward to that. Alright. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later, so bye.